Together we are ready for the show. Chats on fire, the crowd goes wild. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a coins Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly.
Rosa, you're listening with me for the weekend.
The best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. Maggie's got that wit so quick. We tune in daily for our fix. Community that stands so strong. Laughing, chatting all day long. From sunrise to the longest nights. Leanie's tales put out our lights. On a coins Leanie, life's no joke. Spark that cig and take a toke. With Maggie by her side, it's clear. The best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. With Maggie by her side, it's clear. The best damn show is always near. On a coins Leanie, life's no loud. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a coins Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear. The best damn show around is here. Best damn show is always here. The best damn show is always near. According to Leanie. She started off observing. She kept to herself her wording. She saw the need for a friend indeed to all those deserving. She travels the world through your eyes. She listens and sometimes cries. She wants to know what makes you whole and cares without disguise. According to Leanie, she welcomes you here. A laugh, a song, sometimes a tear. A friend, a foe, a stranger. Your life story, your moments of glory. You're sad, you're happy, your dreams and your worries. She wants to know the ins and outs of all of you here. According to Leanie, according to Leanie, she welcomes you here. A laugh, a song, sometimes a tear. A friend, a foe, a stranger. Your life story, your moments of glory. You're sad, you're happy, your dreams and your worry. She wants to know the ins and outs of all of you here. According to Leanie, she wants to know what it is all about. According to Leanie, oh, welcome here while we all just figure life out. So sit back and yak, smile and laugh, have a cup or two. Leanie is coming on right now and she welcomes you. Let's hear life according to Leanie.
Hello, dear. Are you here?
Hello.
Did you hear me telling Alec that he better give the dog some attention before he goes away?
Oh no, I didn't hear what you were saying. I just heard something and I was like, oh, that's a private moment. And I clicked
No,
you
I
off.
said Best you give that dog some attention before you
Oh,
go away. You know what I mean?
yeah, you and I are horrible when it comes to our mute mic. I'm always, well, you are too. We're both start talking, we don't even realize fucking
I
people
know.
hear
I
us. We're
know.
terrible.
All the time. All the time.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? Let's jump in chat before we get this started and we get to talking and forget that people actually
Yeah,
come
when
here to see
and we're
us.
not on the phone.
We just
Oh,
go on
guys,
about
it's
talking to each
terrible.
other. It is terrible. So
And then we
welcome in.
realize.
Welcome in.
Uh,
Thank you guys for being here. We do appreciate you guys being here with us. Not so much
Oh, we
supporting,
do.
but interacting. Interacting
Yeah.
because it's an interactive, educational, musical, fanatical, crazy channel. That's what it is.
Sure
Hi, lunch
is.
lady. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Hi, Jay.
Hiya, Lunchy.
Hi,
Oh,
JB.
she was number one. She's number
Oh,
one, y'all.
she's got a crown. Look at her crown.
Oh, look at
Oh,
her.
she's determined to make it a crown.
Oh, I figured the crowns are to get people to give super chats mainly. No, it's just to interact. It's
Yeah, I think it's because people are eager. They want to be first and get a crown, so it makes them chat more. It's just to them. I think it's something that YouTube have put on to see how it goes, to get people chatting, get in the
yeah,
chat, because some people go in there and don't talk, and it's hard for the creator if people don't. Well, I find it's hard.
it
If
is.
I if
It
I'm
is.
if I'm talking and I'm looking at chat and chat's not moving, I need to have a nervous breakdown.
Well, I don't have a nervous breakdown. I usually get pissed. To tell you that, I got to find something to be pissed off about. But I'm
I
thinking to
get all
myself,
nervy.
no, I don't get nervous. I sit here and I think, what the fuck? I could be doing this on, well, now that I know about videos, I could do this on a video and not worry about a chat, not worried about including people, just
Yeah.
say what I want to say, get the fuck off. And then
Well,
other
here's the
times
thing
I think,
for you,
you
Lee.
people know how much
Do you know
time I
what?
put into this?
Oh my
Uh,
God. Well, do you know when you uploaded your video?
mm,
Did you do that via your phone? And
yeah.
was it on a vertical?
No, I didn't. You don't use it at all. You just go to like your camera, click over to video,
Yeah.
and then do
And
a
it just
video.
automatically goes, okay. Well, you know what? I've tried to do numerous times. Sometimes I think, you know what? I'd love to do a recording now and then put it out later. You know, when I'm in the mood.
Yeah.
But it says you've got to get rid of we haven't
Stuff
got
on
enough
your,
storage.
yeah, that's on your phone. So what I would do is go to
No,
all
no,
your,
no, no, no. Not on my phone, on here, on StreamYard. You know where it says create a live
yeah,
or
but you don't
create a
use
video?
StreamYard at all. Don't go in StreamYard to use a video. Just
Okay, well, how
video
would I
and then
make a video when I don't want to show anything? I just want to be talking like
you
this.
can do the same thing. Just focus it on a plant. There you go, people. Look at the plant. That when
So,
people are listening to videos, unless you're showing stuff, they've mainly got you on in the background of something.
so I've
Like
just
when
got to
I'm
record myself on my phone,
yes.
looking at the lamp, so to speak, and then I
Mhm.
just upload it later on.
Yeah, you just go to the front page and then upload a
I
video
know.
from
I
your
know how
phone.
to do that. I just
Well,
thought,
what are you
when,
asking
no,
for?
because, okay, because when I'm on StreamYard and I go to create a video and I want to do a recording, it says you can't because you've got to delete some stuff and I can't delete some stuff.
If you
That's
don't
what I
go on
mean.
StreamYard, this isn't hard to figure out.
Shut up, Lainey.
Okay. I love you.
See, guys, this is what I put up with on the
I
daily
said I
basis.
loved you.
Oh, I
You
love
take
you
that
as well.
back.
Shut up.
Okay.
I took it back. It's best give me it back right now.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you the most. I love you.
This, you don't. I love you all the grains of sand in the world, and you can't even beat that, can you, guys? Every grain of sand in the world. Just think about it. She cannot beat that.
I can beat that.
Go on.
My body is bigger than your body. Therefore, my heart is bigger than your heart. And I love you with my whole heart. You can't
No,
beat that.
no. They said to me, right, we're going to make you tiny, but you're going to have two hearts.
No, They didn't.
So,
You're not that
like
lucky.
that.
No, that's not
You
true though.
did.
You're lying. You're
You
lying
did.
straight out of
I've got 2
your
hearts.
perfectly
That's why I
straight
give
white
everyone
teeth.
so much love. I've got 2 hearts. They're not they're not straight. I got them natural, which isn't straight. That's a
Oh,
Hollywood smile. I didn't ask for a Hollywood. They said, "Do you want a Hollywood or a natural?" I said, "Oh, no, give me a natural." But I'm fuming.
yeah,
I should have got
natural.
a Hollywood.
All right, let's jump back in the chat. We
We're
forgot.
doing it again. I know.
We're sorry, guys. This is how we
Sorry.
are when we're talking to each other on the phone. It's great. It's great fun. We entertain. We're only here to entertain ourselves. Sunshine says hi to all. It's very hot in Idaho.
Same here.
Wow. Well, welcome in, Sunshine. It's good to see you, our Idaho friend. Lizzo's. Oh, Lizzo, I love your picture. Look at Lizzo's picture, Max.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh,
Shoot
oh,
today, Kaylee, like that. Lovely
oh,
that.
perfect.
I'm
I
thinking,
love
what's
it.
different? She hasn't got her glasses on, has she?
She's like, yeah. It's a great picture.
Yeah.
She says, welcome everyone. Please come in and relax. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Miss Joyce is here. Welcome in, Miss Joyce. Good
Hiya,
to see you.
Joyce.
It's so good to see everybody. Lunch ladies here.
Hiya, girls.
Ron, we're scaring our new friends. Rondi's like, oh fuck.
I think
These women-
Ronzi's onto us by now, but it doesn't
Yeah.
take long to get to know us.
Yeah, it's surprising they come back with all the fussing we do, but it's all in good spirit, you guys.
Hang
Could you
on,
imagine me immaculate?
MJD? We do not. What do we not? I know, imagine me. I'd be shouting over the fence, Leanie! Leanie! Hurry up, come over here. I'll put the kettle on, hurry up. Got something to tell you.
Our neighbors would hate us.
I'd say,
Um,
Mr. Joe, you can come as well.
Mama Barbara Smith is in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hiya,
Sean
Bob.
Ellis, aloha.
Hello, dear.
Doing great. Went to my heart doctor yesterday, says Sunshine, and my blood pressure is getting better. Woo, woo, woo.
Yay.
So glad to hear it.
Not Lizzo.
No, it's super chat because it asked me if I want to move up to give a super chat. Girl, move your ass up. Just kidding.
So if you look at JB's picture, she's a scouser. She's got scouse brows, scouse lashes, and she's already got scouse lips. So there you go. She's a scouse bird today. Us scousers, I don't know what it says. You have to move it so I can say it. Where is it? Us scousers, you know, we love to look good.
All right,
What's
let's.
wrong with us?
I don't know. Maggie made me honorary queen of Liverpool. She says, "Oh,
Yeah.
all right,
All right.
all right." I didn't even get that, but all right, it's all right, it's all right. Listen. I own the keys to Australia. All
Well,
right.
wait till you see what you're going to be, what I've got. You wait for it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, let me tell you. Mary
Uh,
Jane Doe, what? No, you said in your message, MJD, you do not, and I don't know what you mean. Oh, could that have been to Lizzo when she said I look an ugly old hag?
oh,
I-
are you kidding
I
me?
agree, she doesn't. Yeah, I get you now,
No.
MJD.
Listen, let me put this out there real quick for you guys. So when I give a compliment, I mean the compliment. Like I can be nice to people, gracious. I know how to do that. But if I give a compliment, I sincerely mean it from the bottom of my heart. Say, for instance, like a couple days ago when I was at work, this lady came in and she's just like watching everything. I knew she was from the place that we were working, but her role in it, I didn't know. And she's kind of watching me, side eyeing me, and then, looking around, saying stuff. And then one of the other guys that works there came in and they were doing a walkthrough of the place, right? Y'all, I'm standing right there. I finished what I was doing, which was cleaning a slider window. And I walked back out of the room and I was actually sitting down on my little chair there, waiting just for them to finish this so I can move on, minding my own business. And then I heard her say something about the cleaning. So I stood up. That's my position, right?
Oh.
So I stood up and I kind of walked to the doorway. She's standing right next to me. And the other guy, I call him Pretty Eyes. Oh my God. He's young, so I can only look at his eyes. But I was like, you have some magnificent eyes. But anyways, I was like, don't ever cover those up with glasses if you need to get a girl. So anyways, she looks at him. I'm standing right next to her, literally. She looks at him and she says, can you get her to do whatever it was? Instead of looking at me and says, ma'am,
And
ma'am,
asking you, yeah.
Yeah, and asking me, do you mind going over there and grabbing that really quick?
Oh
I
my
was
God. How
I was
rude.
like, oh, who are you, big girl? Okay, so what I did, he turns around and looks at me and he's like, hey, and I was like, I got it. I heard her. Right? You know me, I'm gonna get all kind of
Oh,
snooty with her.
jobs worth was she list?
So I went over there and I was doing whatever it is that I was doing. I think it was getting some caulk off something. And I thought to myself, maybe she's having a bad day. Like, what's her problem? What the fuck is her problem? And so I was like, she probably needs a hug. So I turned around to look at her to say something nice. I looked her up and down. I looked at her face. I could see the attitude all over it. And I thought, nope, I got nothing. And I turned back around. So I could have just given her a compliment that would have maybe made her day or made her smile at least. But I had nothing. So I couldn't fake it, couldn't lie to her. So if I give you a compliment, you take that to the hills because I absolutely mean every compliment. To me, it's not giving a compliment. It's just like, I'm kind of blown away. Like, you're gorgeous. Get the hell off my panel. Me and Maggie don't put up with people that's prettier than us. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't be coming in here getting on our panel if you're prettier than us. This ain't going to happen.
Nikki's already banned from last night.
Oh, Nikki. Oh, Nikki from OnlyFans. Damn, Nikki. How the hell am I supposed to compete with that? April T, hello?
Hiya, April.
Listen, I was thinking about April the other day. This is the truth, too. Listen, I don't lie about that stuff either. I'll tell you when I'm lying because I'll say, you guys, I'm exaggerating a little bit. I always call myself out. But I was thinking about April the other day. And when we were talking about, I don't know what I was talking about, April said, something to the effect, don't quote me, but this is the effect that she said, I'm glad I found you and I never left or something like that. And I was thinking about April. I was like, we've never had April up on our panel and she's been here a good, 5-6 months, like steady with us. And I was thinking, we don't know April's story. I want to hear her voice and she's damn funny. She gets us, you got to appreciate those that come in and automatically are like, these women are crazy. I done found my jam, right? And those are our people, Maggie. Those are our people. And I was like, I was like, we got to get a hold of April. April's got to get up here and be broke in.
Say the voice.
Yeah. I love you, April. I do think about y'all from time to time. I really do think about y'all from time. And there are people that I think of from the old days, and they don't stay very long in my mind, but I do dream about people. That's a little annoying to me that I dream about people because I feel like they've made too much an impact somewhere that it stays in my brain. Let's see. Mary Jane Dow is here. Good to see Mary Jane Dow.
Have we? I haven't. Have you?
Have what?
Mary.
Mary.
Mary's voice. MJD.
Mary Jane. Oh yeah, I've heard MJD.
I haven't, have I?
Oh yeah, I've heard her. I think Mary J came up here just one time for just a little bit, but I've heard her on another panel.
Remember.
She's got a sweet voice.
Oh, I can't remember. Human now.
Let's see.
You do start when you see all the names, it starts feeling like home, doesn't it?
It
You know, when
does.
you see all the familiar names coming up, you start feeling oh where they all, it's like people coming home at after work, everyone comes in and it starts feeling like comfy and homely.
Yeah, and then when the comfy and homely's not there, I'm like, where the hell's the comfy and homely?
Yeah, I know.
Who are
You feel a bit
who
yeah.
are you naming comfy in chat and who is homely?
Yeah, well, am I? Yeah, am I comfy or homely? I'll be comfy because I'm like a big blow up bed.
And I'm homely because y'all, I didn't put a damn bra on today. Don't give a damn. And every time Newt paws me, the worst, the only bad thing I've ever found with golden retrievers is the pawing to get your attention. They'll put their paws up there, and I'll be
Yeah.
damned if he doesn't get my
Oh.
nipple almost every damn time.
Ooh.
And that hurts like a son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
All because there's not a bra on these puppies. Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. Maggie and I are going to sit up here and just yak about stuff. But what we're going to do, April says that she's not a panel girl. I understand. Hopefully one day.
I said
No
that.
pressure.
I said that, April. I said that. Swear to God, I said it. Look at me, can't shut me up.
Can't shut her up. Now she's doing her own videos. There's that Nikki girl.
Oh, Nikki, you're not getting up now. We've seen you enough. That's it now, Nikki. You're banned. You're too nice.
Too nice and too pretty.
Yeah.
Me and Maggie need to keep it real up here. No, we're just kidding.
Well,
Nikki.
listen, Leanie, it's 35 degrees here today, and I looked
I
it
know what
up,
the
and
hell
where
that
you
means.
are, that's 95 Fahrenheit degrees.
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
shit. Lock
That is
your
hot for
doors.
us.
Shut your windows.
We've got them all shut. We've got all the blinds. We have got a window open. The blinds are all closed. I swear down. I'm
Oh,
fuming
my
because I can't
God.
sit in the sun. I am sweltered. It's 28 now still. Oh, honest to God. And this is continuing. So I couldn't wait to look it up to see what it was to tell you. So
Maggie,
what's your
that's
weather like
very-
now after you?
Right
you've
now, my
done it?
weather is, it shows it on here. Well, right now it's showing Switzerland, I guess, because Beefcake was over there.
Beefcake's where in Switzerland?
Remember, he was in Switzerland, so I
Oh.
think I've still got it switched to over there.
Yeah.
It is 77 degrees, which is perfect. The perfect weather for me is in the 60s because that's just enough for me to wear a hoodie. I love my hoodies. I'm at home in my hoodies.
Well, I'm just sweating so much here, and I love the sunshine. I can't sit in it as long these days. I sit under the umbrella, but I can't even. I went out at 4 o'clock, Leanie. Oh my God! When I opened the door to go into the garden, it was like I'd opened an oven door. The heat just whammed me right in the face. Oh, it's awful.
I can't
Liz,
do that.
what's it like for you? Is it roasting there?
Hello,
Oh.
Joni. It's good to see Joni in the house. Thank you, Joni, for
Hiya,
coming in.
Joni.
MJD says, I don't think I have a sweet voice. Listen, MJD, ain't nobody here asked you what you thought about your voice. I said that you have a sweet voice. So there you have it. So suck it, MJD. Been smoking way too many years. I get that. but you still have a sweet
JB
voice.
said that's full, which 30 degrees, but which is 90 Fahrenheit for you. Is that your full weather? Don't tell me yous are hotter than that now.
Sunshine says they're at 66 degrees, which is perfect temperature. I agree, Sunshine. I'd be in my jam there. I'd be in my jam. Nikki
I always
says,
expect it to be roasting in America everywhere. Can't get
Nikki
over it that
said,
you're not roasting.
we need to find out what it is down in Arizona. I just changed my pic. I'm about to put a picture up of her dobies. Nice. Severe thunderstorms right now.
Oh my
Lizzo
God.
Lizzo said, yeah, suck it, MJD.
When Leanie tells someone to suck it, the whole chat have got to go, yeah, suck it.
Yeah, suck it. We just make it normal here. Make it normal just to be real for
Got
real.
me saying it to everyone.
So I want to do something a little bit different. We're into our 20th week. Can you believe it?
I know.
20th week. That's that's 5 months, you guys, of doing Coburger. It doesn't seem like that long, but it has
But
been.
listen, as it's questions and answers, I've got a question.
Okay, but let me finish putting this out. Don't get ahead of us. All right, down, boy, down.
All right, go on.
What I thought we would do to commemorate our 20th week of digging into this hard and deep. We're going to open up panel. Maggie and I will start it. We'll start talking about like Maggie's question. And anybody that wants to come up to talk Coburger, we're going to try to stay on topic. You guys know that's hard for me and Mags.
Yeah, but can we do theories as well? Like
yes, I want to hear what you have to say. You've listened to mine, Maggie's, some of the mods that have sent me stuff, their theories on this. Even if you go completely against what I think, I want to hear it. You will get, you will get absolutely no hate, none at all. If you have something to add or you think, wait a second, Lena, you're going down the wrong path, I want to know about it. Because that's how I get to thinking, and then it gets me more in the mood to really dig deeper. So give me something, give me what you got. If you agree with something that we had to say, we'd appreciate hearing that. But if you don't, if you just want to come up and give your thoughts on it, man, we'd appreciate it so much. So let's open it up. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. That way the mods can drop the link whenever they feel necessary. And we're going to try to keep it Coburger for at least a little while. So let me drop that, and then we'll get to Maggie's question as soon as we welcome somebody in who I saw.
Don't get excited because my question's not that exciting.
Oh,
it's just a question.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say. Oh God, y'all, poor Miss Barbara. What? She's at 111 tomorrow.
Oh my good God. That Fahrenheit, let me look what that is.
Oh my, that is Fahrenheit. 111 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but I want to see what it is.
Oh, what it is for you. You'll die.
111.
Yeah.
11.
Sunshine says it's 96 degree here. Going downstairs, it's 10 degrees cooler. Yeah. When you're, heat rises. Nikki says I'm at 85, 75% humidity. The humidity is terrible.
So it's 43 degrees Celsius here. Now I've been in that when I was at a wedding and I had a dress on, a bridesmaid's dress on. Oh my God.
And your hoo-ha was leaking? Sweating?
I was leaking.
It's terrible.
It was umbrellas, parasols everywhere. And it was in Spain. Barbara.
All right. So the trial schedule for August, right? The judge said it's still going to start then. Well, he said that he wants them to continue preparing for trial as if nothing has changed. He said at the end that I went back and I listened to it again. He said that he's still leaning towards trial starting on August the 11th to keep preparing as if that's what we're doing. So we have to wait till it comes out. I'm almost at the point where I think he's going to wait until Monday to drop whatever he thinks. I checked it before to see if there was any more documents dropped. There have not been before I went live. It's 74 degrees in rainy in North Carolina.
Oh God.
Pop this comment up. There is Nikki's babies. They are Dobies, you guys. Dobians.
Oh, so precious.
It's on the comment on the panel.
Oh, let's see, pop it. Oh yeah. Oh, what's the names, Nick?
So sweet.
Well, my question's been answered.
Which is? Tell me.
Because I wanted to know if you'd heard anything at all about the decision that Hitler, and when would we be likely to find out, or is it something that would be leaked?
Wait just a second. I checked it. Well, I checked it on my phone. I didn't check it on my computer. which is where I, usually am sitting because everything's bigger for me. But Liz says, yes, there has been new documents. Ann Taylor has filed her response. But wait a minute. Wait. Is that the same one that we read the other day? Where I said Ann Taylor has a lot of good points in her response. Let me check, Maggie. Go ahead.
Oh God, go and check, Lee. Oh guys, listen, I can't go. I was thinking of it all night, thinking, oh, imagine I'm asleep and it comes out. I said, please let me know to everyone. But that's what my question was going to be, is there been anything said at all? Because I'm surprised. I was kept flicking on my phone to look on YouTube just to see if anyone has any thumbnails up saying anything. But, oh God, so now I've got to wait till Monday. Unless Leanie, who was it, told Leanie? Oh, we all Lizzo. Oh, so you've seen, did you read them, Liz? Have you read them? Oh God, do you know what? I just can't even be bothered to go big a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday now because I just want to get the trial. My head can't take it no more. And my head's burnt out with it. I need to just go to trial now and sit there quiet so I can hear every detail, every single detail. Oh, it could be that it's only come up for me today, she said, Lee. Lizzo said it could be that it only came up for her today.
Okay, hold on. I can see.
Oh, I know every detail of this case, Nikki said. I usually don't leave the house when it's this hot. Oh, Barbara, I don't blame you. Do you know, I've been in it that hot and I've always been away. So when you're away, you'd always make an effort. It seems you can tolerate it more. Like if I go to Spain and I've been in that heat, even Spaniards are complaining. But it's just so much easier to deal with hot weather when you're away because the rooms are cooler. You've got your aircon. We don't have aircon here. We'd never have the aircon on because we have the shittiest weather going. I mean, sometimes like this, we get crazy heat waves, but we've never had it like this in April because it was roasting here in April and May. But to have when we heard it a few days ago saying it was going to touch 30s here, we were like, no, not going. They say that, but that'll be down south. That'll get that really hot. When we hit it, I couldn't believe it. So it's going to be really hot tomorrow. But what did it say? It was going to be intermittent clouds. Did they say? Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
All right. So yeah, those documents we have been over. They were dropped on the 16th. So yeah, we went through those just a little bit. But if you think you have missed something out of it, we didn't cover like the whole thing. I just got to portions of it that I knew was going to be put in the hearing as of yesterday, and they were. I just went back through and looked. And look, if you want to, just go to Idaho cases of interest, and then you click on cases of interest in Ada County, and then you'll see Brian Koberger's link right there that has his case file number on it and his name. Click on that, and every document that's been dropped in Ada County, not in Latah. Now you have to go to Latah County if you want everything that happened prior to this judge. You have to go to Latah County, and then so that'll bring you up to where John Judge came in, and also when Ann Taylor was hired. And then once you get past that, then you have to go back to Pennsylvania's cases of interest. And that's where you can find the arrest warrant and the different PCAs that were put out there, and then the all of the documents about what they took out of the home and out of the car. So it's 3 different places that you can go to get Brian Koberger news. Follow the trail from wherever they arrested him to where they are. All you got to remember, Maggie, is follow the trail. Go back to where you first heard Brian Koberger. That started in Pennsylvania. Go to those cases of interest. Then the next place he was taken back to was Moscow, Latah County. Go there. And then where he is now, which is Ada County, go there. There's 3 different places to go to get documents that you need. Hello, bees. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Hi, B.
I didn't get anything for today. The last thing that was put up, I think, was on the 17th. They did the ex parte filings, the out-of-state witness, and those are sealing documents. Now, I always tell people, look through your sealing documents, because sometimes the way that it's worded, you can pull something from it and be like, wait, what? This has to do with something. Let me see what they're, then you have to go and do a dive and try to figure out what the hell they're talking about. So 2 of these orders that came out was to seal something. And then we have the state supplemental responses where we went through, and then we have the defendant's reply to the state's opposition. So we went through those. All right. I guess probably because you live in a different country. I can't see Pennsylvania. It's blocked over here, but I can see the Idaho records. Must come through later here because it wasn't there yesterday. Oh, gotcha. That's probably what it is. And I just can't believe you can't get to all of our states. I mean, I don't know why you guys wouldn't be able to pull up all of our states' cases of interest. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me. Hey, Aussie True Crime, thank you for coming in. So
Hi, Ross.
where we're at in the legal process, where we're standing at now, is we're waiting to hear back from the judge on whether or not he is going to extend the trial. If he extends the trial, you guys, I think the earliest is going to be spring, and or it will be back in the summertime. Before doing that, I just don't think it's possible. This trial is going to go on too long, and we're going into the holidays, and you really can't do that. You really can't do that to jurors or even people that work the courts. I mean, it's not fair. Sequestering jurors, and we can't do that. So because for us in America, our holidays don't consist of just the holiday day itself. We have traditions that start from probably October 31st all the way up until the 1st of January. There are traditions that deal with the holidays in some approximation. So I think that would be I'd be shitty if I was going to serve any jury for that. I'd probably make exceptions for this one,
Lee.
though, Maggie.
I'm in a University of Idaho murders place, right? And it's a bit mixed up to me. There's all kinds on it.
Mhm.
And someone's posted 4 hours ago and posted pictures. Order from PA courts regarding hearing to compel witnesses to Idaho for BK's trial.
Say it again. I'm sorry, my brain went somewhere.
No.
Say it again.
It might be something we've already covered. Order from PA courts. So what's that?
Oh, that's Pennsylvania. Okay, I did not check that.
Order from PA courts regarding hearing to compel witnesses to Idaho for Brian Koberger's trial, and that was posted 4 hours ago. And
Okay,
it's posting stuff. I'm trying to read it. Do you want me to read it out?
Yes, I think we're going to have to read that. Like I said, so remember when the 5 people were subpoenaed to come and testify to see if they were going to be a part of the trial over in Idaho? That's what this is talking about. And y'all, I don't know when I can't remember when they were supposed to show up in court. So let's listen to that. That would be good.
So I'm trying to click on them, and you can click on them, but you can't zoom, Leanie. So I'm going to try and go in on the laptop, see if I can get it bigger, see if I can get in here. But I've turned it off. Sorry. Let me just play around with this to try and get it up here. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Extended April, not just, I mean, they put that in there, the DoorDash. No, they haven't put the DoorDash thing in yet. I'm sorry. They're just talking about mainly Dateline and the leaks that have gone through. So they're saying that it's going to take longer to see the jury. I disagree with that completely. And that it caused, I don't know, them to have to work overtime because there were some leaks. Why? I mean, the leaks are only shit that you already know about. So that doesn't make any sense to me at all. And she even mentioned yesterday, and I couldn't believe it. She mentioned yesterday in the hearing that, the families, she's speaking for the families now, guys. She said the families of the victims are going to need more time, like she knows, right? The victims of the family need time to figure it out, how to get to the courts every day, because it had been moved to Ada County. Listen, I don't think any of the families want Ann Taylor speaking for them at all. And the families have already raised their money and got their money. They're ready to go. Ann Taylor, don't worry your pretty little head over, the families and stuff like that. Don't just do your job. How about that? How about you not worry about anything that's going on in the prosecution or the families? Just stick to what you do. Stay in your lane. The family's got this. The public is making sure that the family's getting there. The family will make sure that the family's getting there. And the state will make sure that the family's getting there. How about you don't put that in any of your filings, because that's like a slap in the face. Don't use them as one of your excuses. You need to suck it. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I'm sure the families didn't like it either. Don't use them as an excuse.
I'm not getting this, Lee, and it's infuriating me that I can't get it.
Let me go do it. I'll pull it up here. I'll pull it up here, and then you can read it from here. Is that all right? Let's see.
Yeah, that's fine. I just can't see. I can see a couple of words, and that's it. Well, I can see on one of them, and now this 13th day of June. So that's obviously not the same one. I'm going right down the others. So we must have seen that. Just check anyway in case. But I can see the 13th of June. It was posted 4 hours ago. Let's see some comments. Let's see what they say. Think this pertains to that June 30th hearing in PA for these 5 who might not want to come to Idaho to testify for AT. Someone says, okay, I'm going to ask a stupid question. I'm not sure if these are prosecution or defense witnesses, but either way, is their airfare paid for, hotel rooms, food, and paid in advance for them so they don't incur out-of-pocket expenses? And can someone please explain this to me? Who are these people? They should be given an option to appear via Zoom if they can't afford to pay out of their own pockets. I'm trying to, just bear with me, guys. The order shall apply to the conduct of all scheduled court proceedings held in these cases in the Monroe County Courthouse. The provisions noted as mandatory shall be applied by the court and enforced accordingly by the sheriff. The provisions noted as informational are intended to provide guidance to reporters and members of the general. Right, okay, I can see that mandatory. I want to see.
I've got it. It is it's the decorum. It was put out yesterday. It is the decorum order. So I'll pull it up so we can view it. Maggie can read it for us.
Yep.
Rondi says, I can't believe Anne said that, using family to help with her agendas. That is right. Let's see. Miss Barbara says, the Goncalveses have already rented an Airbnb, and this will screw up all their plans, right? Because a lot of Airbnbs do not give you a refund. Nikki says, I know exactly who she's going to blame instead of Koberger. I would like to hear that because I have my own thoughts. Has anyone seen Pink? Not since our mod meeting.
No, I haven't even heard. No.
And then April says, right, Barbara, I'm sure the family has already made arrangements. And they have. And I'm sorry. I think for Ann Taylor or anybody on the defense team to even mention any of the families, whether by name or saying the victim, the family, the victim, how do I say that? The family victims, the victims of the family of the victims. There it is. I'm sorry, my brain is tattered.
I was thinking what you then trying.
Yeah, for them to bring up them in any of their filings, unless they have beef with them, I think it's disrespectful. Don't act like you care. If you cared, you would have hired on some legal help to get you through this shit and put them out of this misery, at least this part of it, so they can start some kind of normalcy healing process. If you care about them, get the damn show on the road. Hire some people like the state did. Get it done. Get it over with. Quit making money on the case. How about that? How about we do that?
Some of these posts are good. You know, people have put in about the hearing yesterday.
Well, so let's bring this up. You could read it,
Okay.
and then you could read some of the posts. But I
Yeah,
want to
go on.
address this really quick. Miss Barbara says, yes, April and Steve has made arrangements with this job. Exactly. That's exactly right. Sit down, Ann Taylor.
I'm just
And
going to speak to Honey because
okay. Let's all just say it together. Sit down, Ann Taylor, and suck it. Don't talk about the families. You're going to piss me off. All right, I'm going to share this. What is over? That's what I'm saying. You guys got to, and I haven't been good at it myself, obviously. I didn't know this was dropped yesterday. But remember, we're dealing with 3 different courts, right? Follow Brian Koberger's legal trail. It started in Pennsylvania. So there's going to be documents dropped there. Then it went to Latah County, where he was extradited back to. There's a lot of documents there. And then now he's in Ada County, Ada County, and some documents are there. So really, the only one that really is not going to have too much to do with it right now, I think, is Latah County. But just because they're the middleman, we've already got all their stuff. Unless they're subpoenaing somebody from Latah County, that we're not going to get too much there. And I think after we're done with the Pennsylvania people who may or may not have something to do with this this case, then we won't hear. We're not hearing too much out of Pennsylvania, but every now and then something is dropped. So let me make this big. When Maggie comes back, she can.
I've got it big. I'm back.
Oh, okay. Let me make it big on this screen then. Does that
So
help?
these
Maggie?
are the witnesses. That's fine.
No, this would be. This is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Ann Parnham versus Brandon. Yeah. So these. Wait.
So who are these
Yes.
people?
Yeah. So. Hold on. I just don't remember that name.
I'm sure I've heard.
I think these are these are the 5 people that have been sequestered to a hearing. Yeah, to a hearing to see if there will be witnesses at the the trial in
Yeah, it
in
is
Idaho.
ordered as follows, it says at the end.
Okay, so let's go ahead and read this, and then we'll figure out what this is.
So, Declaration Order, and now this 13th day of June 2025, after consultation with the Administrative Office of the Pennsylvania Courts and the Monroe County Sheriff, it is ordered as follows. This order shall apply to the conduct of scheduled court proceedings held in these cases in the Monroe County Courthouse. 2. The provisions notice as mandatory shall be applied by the court and enforced accordingly by the sheriff. The provisions noted as informational are intended to provide guidance to reporters and members of the general public who will be attending any part of the court proceedings. Mandatory. 1. All reporters and members of the general public must enter the courthouse through the Monroe Street entrance. Security screening will take place there and at the entrance to the courtroom as required by the staff. 2. Reporters and members of the general public will begin to be admitted to the courtroom 45 minutes before the start of a hearing. Admission will close 5 minutes before the hearing starts, except as authorised by the sheriff. 3. All reporters and members of the public must be seated before the proceeding begins. 4. The following applies to all persons attending a court proceeding. A. Reporters will be permitted to use laptops, electronic tablets, or similar devices in the courtroom for the sole purpose of note-taking. Transmission from or recording by laptops, electronic tablets, or any electronic device in the courtroom is prohibited. B. Members of the general public and the media are permitted to carry cell phones in the courthouse, but all such devices must be turned off before entering the courtroom, except as permitted in subparagraph 4E. Any use of internet or telephone service for transmission from the courthouse is prohibited. Electronic transmission, video and or sound recording, and any other electronic duplication by a cell phone or similar device is prohibited in the courthouse. No photography or recording device of any type may be used. So I think that's all what we'd know anyway as you go on. Reporters may use the juror's room to prepare and file stories before and after the court hearing. The number of reporters permitted in the juror room at any given time may be limited at the direction of the sheriff to ensure facilities are not overtaxed. All reporters are reminded that they shall not electronically transmit stories, pictures, or video anywhere in the courthouse except as provided in the subparagraph. No camera tripod setups will be permitted in the courthouse or along any of the sidewalks surrounding the courthouse. I didn't know that. The Sheriff of Monroe County, in consultation with the court, shall have authority to make such reasonable rules and regulations as may be required to provide adequate security intended to assure the safety of all those in the courthouse and on the courthouse grounds, as well as the orderly conduct of any court proceedings. These regulations may include, but are not limited to, the following. No person will be permitted to bring backpacks, large purses, or satchels of any kind into the courtroom except as authorised by the sheriff. No person will be permitted to bring food or beverages into the courtroom. No person except those authorised by the court will be permitted beyond the bar of the courtroom. Any person who violates the provisions of this order is subject to penalties for contempt of court. In addition, any reporter and any news organisation the reporter represents may be prohibited from attendance for the remainder of the proceeding. Upon entering the courthouse and the courtroom, Reporters must present credentials from their media outlet, which must include a photo. Those who do not have media credentials with a photo must present their media credential together with another valid photograph identification. Limited parking is available near the courthouse. Reporters and members of the public who will be attending a court hearing should allow ample time to find parking and make their way to the courthouse. Reporters are reminded that Pennsylvania law prohibits parking within 15 feet of a fire hydrant, within 20 feet of a crosswalk at any intersection, and otherwise parking in a manner that prevents vehicles from travelling on streets. Damage caused to county and any borough property will be reported to the law enforcement. The courthouse will open at 8 a.m. and the hearings are currently scheduled for 9 a.m. in courtroom 6. Inquiries regarding court processes and procedures may be directed to the Administrative Office of Pennsylvania Courts. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So basically, this is telling the decorum what you have to do, what you cannot do upon.
And that was stamped the 18th, which was yesterday at the
yes,
bottom.
right. So I still didn't see on here when it said it tells what time, but it doesn't have a date. If anybody
No.
knows the date that this proceeding is supposed to take place, will you please let me know? I appreciate it so much. All right.
So, do you want me to read some of these?
Yeah, first, let's welcome Vibrations from the Mirror.
I can't see. Let me show.
I invited them up on panel, but right now they just got here and they're going to be listening. Bees says, I still believe someone else has full knowledge and is scot-free. I'd be interested to know that, to know what you think of it. Nikki said this is pretty standard for everywhere but Florida. Interesting. Oh, 8/11? No, not the Koberger trial. This is the one out of Pennsylvania where they are having a the one we just read is out of Pennsylvania. It should be coming up really, really soon. Showing, having a hearing on these 5 people that may be sequestered to trial, y'all, I'm sorry, my brain is so fried, to testify in the trial starting on 8/11. So this is going to come up really, really soon. I just don't know when it is.
So is this to do with what went on yesterday?
No, remember what was it last week, 2 weeks ago, y'all? It's all for me. There were 5 subpoenas that have went out to people in Pennsylvania. The boxing, the lady who was his teacher that helped him write his thesis on, murder, whatever. And there were 3 other people. They want a hearing with them to see if they could be used as a witness in the trial. So that's what this is about. That yes, that it's the hearing is still going to go on, and this is what you must do when you get there. People are saying now that maybe they could do it by Zoom or maybe not go straight into the courtroom. Don't know, but that's what that's about. So I need to know if anybody can find it, what date that hearing in Pennsylvania is supposed to happen.
Hiya, Tina. I'm good, thanks, Gail.
Hello.
How are you, love? You okay? I just had that thing popped in my brain again, what I was thinking last night. And if I don't say it, I'm not going to remember. So, you know when I said about theories and stuff?
Yes.
So, this came to me. Was it you that told me, or was it just out there that a piece of the wall was taken?
No, we went over that. We brought up all the pictures.
Okay. So we were saying, I wonder why a piece of the wall was taken. So I'm thinking, because of the things that I've heard now, like what he did to Ethan's legs, I'm thinking, did he write something on the wall?
I mean, I don't know, but I think that's possible, but I don't think there was enough time.
Just
Only
do.
because if you think about the time for all four people to have been murdered, and then we know for sure that he took time, I guess. I mean, if something's legible on Ethan's legs, then there had to be some time involved there. If it was just and I'm not making
That's
light of
what I
it. If it
mean.
was
Yeah,
just
he's like
then
done that and then done that on his legs. I mean,
yeah, who knows? We don't know. Now we went over, I think we covered that twice, and we went over first looking at the pieces that were missing in the
yeah,
walls because there
yeah,
was more
that's
than
right.
one.
Yeah.
And then we did another live on it, and I just think that
And
either
whose room was that in? Was that in Xana's?
that was in Maddie's room
Oh, in Maddie's
upstairs.
room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think, in my opinion, of just what we've seen of it and stuff like that, in my opinion, somebody fell into the wall there. There's blood, or there's a piece that was pushed in. You know what I mean? Like the
He's
wall
banged
is
into
got
it or
like a
something.
yeah. But I think it's more that they would have blood or something like
I was just thinking, I wonder because he's a sicko. I mean, has he written anything in blood on the wall?
who
Could
knows?
even
I
be
mean,
some type of mark or something that that
symbol.
he wants. Yeah.
Mhm. His calling card. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
What and then we talked about how I think this was just a thought that I had that maybe Kaylee was not in Maddie's bed to begin with. Maybe she was in her room with the dog and she heard something with Maddie and she walked in there and he grabbed her, and maybe that's where the blood got on the wall, or the drywall was kind of pushed in a little bit with an indentation, but I do believe there's some kind of blood or something there. And there began the fight. And Kaylee ended up on the bed and backing all the way up into the corner to get away with him
Yeah.
from him.
Mhm.
So there's that too. All we know is they said they were found in the bed. So
Yeah.
that doesn't tell me that that's where they started off,
No,
just like
no.
Santa, right? So, and then
Maybe that's why the dog was free, because she didn't have any intent on staying there. She'd just been talking and was going to go back in, but didn't work out like that.
yeah, and also I thought I knew, I didn't know for sure because I was not there, but I thought I knew all along that Dylan either didn't stay in her room, or she left the room and came back, because of the way it's worded. It says, initially Dylan was in her room.
So she
Initially
was there
means
to begin
first,
with. Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that always led me to believe that at some point Dylan left that room. So I was super excited to hear, that she went downstairs. Hope everybody is doing good. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know if Vibrations is still here. I thought it was interesting that they asked the question, or said that they were happy to find somebody talking about the Idaho case. Well, here we are. Somebody else might be on right now. I don't know. And wanted to know what if we believed him to be a murderer, Brian Colbert, to be a murderer, or just somebody else. I believe completely, wholeheartedly, he absolutely is a murderer.
Me too. Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. Welcome,
well.
David. Look what David said. I never thought about that. David says if the weapon hit the wall, they would take samples of the metal. I
No.
never even thought about the weapon hitting the damn wall.
Yeah, because it could have been going like really, and then it's bounced back or something. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because if let's just say it, if a gun was used, of course they would take that part of the wall out that had the hole in it, because they can. We'd have to ask JB this, but I'm pretty sure that they take that part of the wall out because it helps them decide which way the round is going in the wall, and also what kind of caliber. So that makes sense that if the weapon happened to have struck the wall, they would want to take that piece of the wall. I never thought about that. See, that's
So-
what I'm saying.
Because
That's what
Witch
I'm-
said she sent you the link to co-pack it on body cam confessing.
You know what? Let me think on that a minute. We'll see how this goes, because I have not brought up in any of our Kopaka has come up in bits and pieces here.
I don't even
I
know what
kn-
it is.
That's what I mean. And there was a reason why I didn't do that. And here's why. First of all, I always said that the way that I'm covering this case is I'm going by facts. So everything the police
Yeah.
has, everything the family has said, everything that comes out in documents, everything the lawyers say, I'm going by facts. And then Thursdays is when I don't mind doing. So Wednesdays, I try to stick to the facts, what we know, what makes sense, what we've gotten. And we may interpret the documents differently, but still we're talking about that document. Let me think on the Kopaka thing, and if I want to bring that up right now. I'm not saying that we won't, but I do think that we are in Thursday, but well, we might have to do a Thursday live on it just to bring it up. This is what I think, you guys. Never mind. I'm not going to tell you what I think. Let me think on that for just a few minutes. Liza says, does anyone know who the expert witness, Dr. Christian Westring, who is the state, is calling as an expert witness? Expert to what? I mean, there's going to be a lot of expert witnesses called, but I'm not sure. Tell me which, because every witness, especially when it has to do with law enforcement or the coroner, things like that, they ask if they can be used as an expert witness.
Oh, and I'm just looking there. They had a cleaning crew in it. It was one of the frat boys' dad's company.
But the cleaning crew never went in.
They didn't.
They set up
Mind
to
you,
go
why
in.
would they if it was getting demolished?
Well, they didn't know that at the time.
Okay.
It was set up to go. They were set up. They came in, they set their tents up, they did all that. And then it was taken down when it said that because somebody had been they had arrested Brian Koberger, and Ann Taylor was presented as his defense attorney, and Ann Taylor said, well, Holt, I want to go look, and we need to see if we need to keep it the way it is for the jury.
Can you just explain to me again, Leni, if frat boys, what are fraternity boys? What are they?
So fraternity boys are they're not necessarily a club, it's an organization. I can only speak to you the US, all over the US. And you have fraternities and you have sororities. Fraternities, only guys can join. Sororities,
And the
only girls
sororities is the
can.
girls, yeah.
And nearly on every campus, you will have fraternities. Sometimes not the same ones on every campus for whatever reason. I could go into the reasons. I don't feel like it's of any interest here
This
right
is
now.
the way I take it when I've seen movies and stuff, that if something goes on, it's all kept quiet and they're all in it together. Now, am I wrong? Is that what it is? Because that's how I.
Say it again. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's
I
like,
am not ADHD, but I'm struggling. Go ahead.
okay,
I'm sorry.
say for example, this mate at Koberger, and he was one of the frat boys. Would they, because they're like this group, would that they do their utmost to keep that hidden, keep it quiet, keep
Well,
them
no,
out, shut,
that's
say nothing?
okay. So that's one question I asked my son. The people who have been here day in, day out knows that my son is quote unquote a frat boy. And I got him involved in this case very, very early on, before Brian Koberger was ever arrested, or we heard that right away when the first thing that went through was the fraternity. And the reason why the fraternity is in and out of this case, you guys, is because this was a party house. What do fraternities do? They have parties. They're partiers. Listen. All of you guys have seen Animal House. We're all old enough
Yeah.
to have seen that. Not all fraternities look like that, though. Not all of them. And I'm talking about just the chapters. I'm not talking
Well,
about
what
the
are
fraternity.
they supposed to be? What is a fraternity?
Well, like my son's fraternity, they're about philanthropy, and they are also about, so they raise a lot of money for the Huntsman Cancer Research Center, a lot of money. And that is what this fraternity nationwide pretty much will, that's their number one.
So each fraternity is different.
Yeah, they do different things. They represent different things. Like some people join a fraternity just for the parties and to be a frat boy and to be
And can
that person.
anybody join any fraternity?
No, you have to be voted in. So you go through a process. You go what's called rush week. Okay, they have 2 rush weeks a year. Okay, and that means you walk, if you're new to Greek life, you want to join, you'll walk and go to each fraternity's little events that they've got
To
going
see
on,
which
right?
one you like, yeah.
Which one you like. You talk to some of the members, you talk to this and that, you find out. And if it's a match for you and you're like, yeah, I think I want to join this one, then you put in a bid. You put in a thing
I
that says,
get
hey,
you.
I would like to be considered for a brother of this fraternity. Then
Mhm.
after that, after rush week is over, because it's a full 5 days of getting new recruits, then the people of that chapter, meaning that house or that place that they gather, they have a meeting on Sunday. Well, in my son's fraternity, they have a chapter meeting. That's what it's called, on Sundays, and they go over all of the recruits, right? Because not everybody's going to talk to the same people, so they all kind of sit there and they're like, yeah, I did get to talk to that guy. He's about this, this, this. He likes this, this, this. I think he'll be a good fit with us. And somebody else may say, oh, wait, but he struck me wrong. And, our values, they're this, this, this. And so then they vote him in. After that's done, the president has until midnight of a date that they set to offer the new candidate to come in to, swear into the fraternity, or at least go through the process. So that's how that all begins. So you get to pick initially which one you think you want to be a part of, what would be a good match for you, and then you have to be voted in by the whole house or the whole
Okay.
chapter.
So I thought it was some type of like secret organization where, if things can go on, they have your back and
There is
and
now there is a lot of secrecy when it comes to the Greek life. Absolutely, there's a lot of secrecy, including the vows they take, including their
what's
pledges.
the vows they take?
I
What
just said that's secret.
all them things?
Now they do have a creed. They do
see,
have
that scares me.
They have a creed. Let's do this. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's do that. Hold on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to let Maggie read this.
Oh God, what am I reading? Through the years, they've been known to do some really messed up stuff to people to their own.
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I've seen. So I just think all of them, if people are in it, I'm thinking, oh my God.
Not all of them are like that. And
Right,
that was,
okay.
listen, that was, I want to say this. That was my thought about fraternities until my son
Was it,
joined
Lee?
one.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've got 5 kids, and only my baby child, who is the most, as young as at his age, the most responsible
He's
and the
clues up.
most, yeah. And the people who are real true friends of mine here know about my son. So he's a stand-up guy. But anyways, that's the only reason why I know. I had the same thought. Oh, all you guys are drunk. You're doing drugs. You're getting girls pregnant. You're spreading STDs. You're all out after midnight. Your parents should be
My
ashamed.
God, that's normal
was-
teens. That's
That
not
was
any
me.
secret
Yeah, but
society.
yeah. So let me bring this up. But after my kid joined, I learned
Did
a
you
lot.
go in
Not
there for
enough.
Shrek?
I didn't even know he was gonna join because I guess probably because he knew the stigma of it, right?
So you put yourself forward for it then. It's not something you're made to go into.
No, I'm not saying I'm for it or against it. I'm saying that
No,
there
I
are.
mean, you put yourself forward for it. It's not something one is made to go into.
Oh no,
You
yeah,
put,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a choice.
it's a choice. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And how many are in this fraternity?
Well, in my son's house, the last 2 years, there were over 60 guys living there.
So they
No, it
all
fell from
stay
high to
together.
heaven. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
But that's
okay.
not including like my son's a senior this year, so he's moved. He's rented his own house,
Yeah.
much like what the Idaho kids did. Right? They were
Oh God,
mostly
yeah.
all in their senior year, and
Yeah.
so and sororities on I know in Indiana where I'm at, sororities are not allowed to have a sorority house because it is considered a brothel. Did you know that?
Say that again.
Sorority in the state of Indiana, sororities are not allowed. The girls part of the Greek life is not allowed to have a sorority house because it is considered a brothel.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Why? So the same type of house that the Idaho 4 happens in.
No,
That
that happened over in Idaho. I don't know if they have
no,
the
that's what I
same.
mean. But it's that type a house like that where girls was living. They wouldn't
Yeah,
have that. That'd be considered a brothel.
no, because it's not linked to the university. That's where people get this wrong. That house was a privately owned house, just like
So only if it's linked.
yeah.
Right.
But
Okay.
so see, my son's house, his fraternity house, is not owned by the college, but it's still linked through the college. The house that the girls were living in, or that the Moscow house over there where the girls were living in, and Ethan was found in, that wasn't even linked to the university. The only way it was linked to the university
It
is that
belongs to the.
there was some Greek. It was a house that was only rented out by someone of the Greek fraternity. So that doesn't make it a fraternity house. That's what rents there. Like my son, they've already rented their house for him and four or five other of his friends to move into, and they move in August. And it's not at all associated with even the Greek organization, other than that particular house, the owners of it pretty much only rent to sororities or fraternities because that's what they've always had in there, and there's always a need for it in the senior year. So yeah, there's that. I want to bring this up. Now I'm just pulling up Sigma Chi of Idaho because, like I said, they all okay. So they're all under this umbrella of Sigma Chi, right? Which is international, right? There's Sigma Chi everywhere. I'm only going to speak on the U.S. Okay. They all have the same creed. They all do the same value system, supposedly, all this academic system, all of that, correct? Does it mean that every chapter, and when I say chapter, I'm talking about every house, like buying here, and then the Idaho one, and the one in, at all these do they all follow the rules all the time? No. My son is on something. I can't go deep into this, guys, when it comes to him.
John Lake, someone got to go. There is a mountain fire and can see smoke from a house. Oh God, hope you're all right, love.
Who is it?
Sunshine.
Sunshine, love you so much. Stay safe over there in
Oh,
Idaho.
hope everything's okay.
Yes, absolutely. So what they do is each organization, and I'm just using Sigma Chi right now because that's what Idaho is using, and that's what we're talking about. People from Sigma Chi, if they hear that they're getting too many, they're getting in trouble too much, and they are at risk of being kicked off campus, meaning that that so Sigma Chi can be kicked out of that house, right? Completely. Like you are not allowed anymore to have a chapter here in at our college. Sigma Chi will go in, they send people in to look over all their records, to look over all of the police reports, to look over this, to infrastructure, and help them rebuild it to get them out of trouble. And pretty much try to straighten it out. If not, then the chapter's going to be closed, meaning those people are still Sigma Chi people, but they no longer have a chapter or anything to go to. So let's read this. I would read, but I've got a mouthful of cotton candy.
Ooh. We call that candy floss.
Oh, that's terrible.
Cotton candy.
I'm just trying. Okay. Let me get Maggie in on this one, you guys. Hello. Thank you for being here. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I really don't care. Just let the algorithm know that we're here. I don't know if it helps. I really just don't, but there may be one or two that might be interested coming in. All right, let's present this, Maggie. This is, I pulled this up from Moscow because that's where we're talking about.
Go on.
All right, so this is, like I said, it's Moscow. I'm going to let Maggie read this because I need to get something to drink. And then we'll go into, so this is going to talk about their community, not about Sigma Chi. They're talking about their Idaho community. Okay. And then we're going to go into the missions, the vision, and the values. And then they have the community values of which they're supposed to uphold. Okay. So let's go ahead and read that, and then we'll carry on and see what we think.
Okay. About our community. The Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life, OFSL, strives to provide recognised organisations a robust offering of a campus support services. Staff serve as liaisons between faculty, alumni, advisors, international officers and parents, as well as work to develop values-based leadership development throughout the community. OFSL also offering training on chapter operations, diversity, risk management, health and safety, and membership recruitment. Mission, vision, and values. University of Idaho's Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life will work in partnership with all recognized organizations to inspire and develop lifelong and engaged leaders who are committed to their values-based organizations. OFSL will cultivate and support a community that values the diversity of its membership and strives for excellence in scholarship, leadership, innovation, and service to our community. Vision statement. Through our 5 core values, the Office of Fraternity and Sorority will cultivate a premier student experience. Community values, academic achievement, civic and community engagement, diversity and inclusivity, personal and professional development, holistic wellness.
All right. So
that's what it all means.
Yeah, and that's kind of a blanketed thing. Okay. So what I want to say about it is just like anywhere else, any club, whether it's the president's club or the the Dean's Club or the Baptist Church
It's
or
not going to go to the letter.
no. And
And is there a leader in each frat house? Is there
Yeah.
like there is?
yes, my son was the president of his chapter, his fraternity last year.
So what does that entail and what does that mean?
Everything.
Sorry for all the questions. I just haven't got a clue
No.
about it.
No, it's fine. I want people to have a better understanding that yes, fraternity life to some people looks very, very bad. And some of them as a whole do a bad thing, and some of them as
Mhm.
individuals do a bad thing, but not all of them. And that's why you go and you get the feel during Greek week, where you go to the different places and you talk to the people and find out what it's about.
Yeah, I just got
Um,
a little bit of a scary feeling about it. I just thought it's like, is it because they're young and they can be groomed into thinking and doing certain things? That's what, when you watch movies, Leanie, and you think, oh, is that what it's all about? When you hear about them, but obviously not all of them. It's like with people, not everyone is the same,
right,
but there can
right,
be bad ones.
right. Yes, and they can be groomed. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, any organization, the Catholic Church, the Baptist Church,
Oh,
the
yeah.
quilting mamas section, the crocheting grannies club, it's all, you can be groomed, but there's also good grooming going on. Like in my son's fraternity, you have to hold um a 3.5 something GPA to even be considered for it. And then after that, I think they hold a 3.6 to stay in the house. So yeah, and this is just stuff that I've picked up from him. There's stuff he will tell
Mhm.
me, stuff he won't. So of course when
I
this came
see.
out,
I don't understand what it means by the stuff you won't though, Leanie. What is?
because
I don't
because there
understand that. It makes me wonder what's so secret and why is it secret?
it's just I understand it because it's some of them take it very seriously and very very sacred to them that they have joined this place, and they so it's not the values, it's not the creed, it's not none of that stuff that is secretive. They don't
Is it
talk
a
about
lifelong? Is it
it is
lifelong? It's not
lifelong,
just while you're there. Okay. So you can depend on these people
forever.
if you didn't. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
forever. Uh,
Because that's what I've seen. Yeah.
I don't think it's another way to teach division. Not at all. Not at all. In my son's chapter, and you guys know Newt, my dog, was the chapter's animal this year. So he's going to be on their He went in and got his picture made for their composite, for their fraternity composite for this year. So I've only been in the house three times. I'm sorry, three times when I went in
We
the house.
don't have anything like that. So that's why I'm wondering what the need for them and what
It's a
is
brotherhood. It's a
what
brotherhood.
comes from it. Yeah.
It's kind of
Okay.
like the Boy Scouts that just go camping once a month. It's to bond with
So you've
like-minded
got like
people.
friends. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
you. I just wondered, you
it's a
know,
bond of like-minded people, and they want to change the world according to their own
and
values.
say for instance, was beefcake in one?
No, no,
Okay, and none of your kids were ever
no,
in any. I'm just
no.
wondering, are they
This was
still
all
in
him.
touch with these
But I
with
will
these
tell
people?
you,
What about you? Never.
no, girl, I'm in the fraternity of the junior high school I was in. But anyways, no, I asked baby child that. I was like, what would make you go into a fraternity? I mean, It's not anything that is part of our family. And he said, it makes sense even if he didn't say it to me. But he said, I wanted to be a part of something that was big nationally, also internationally, that I could use in my years, after college, leadership. Like he's gotten so many leadership courses for free that actually go on his resume and in his LinkedIn profile that they
Right.
have paid for free, that had he not been in a fraternity, he wouldn't have gotten those.
Wouldn't have gotten.
So he has taken advantage of a fraternity that
He's
is
used
set up
his
to
head for
do,
that. It's not, he hasn't
yes,
just entered it. He knew why he wanted to be there and what
yes,
he would gain from it and stuff like that, which makes sense. Yeah.
he
Well,
absolutely did not
I
use
wish I
it
could
as,
talk to him. I'd be saying, look, now, look, you'll have
oh,
to tell me what this secret. I don't understand that. That's
yeah,
scaring me to death. I would have to, Leanie.
yeah, he's real tight-lipped. If you told him not to tell anybody anything, he absolutely wouldn't even tell me. He's very
Yeah.
tight-knit. He's very, very, um, very good at it. So yeah, some people join frathood because they want to go party.
I want to
There's
ask my son if he
there's
would ever do that. If he, I need to know what.
there's
Why we don't have them?
as under 21, that there's liquor in that house. So it's easy to get liquor because there are 21-year-olds that live there. It's legal. So there are different reasons for joining. My
So
kid
there's
joined.
different ages.
Yes. So the first year, you can't move into the fraternity house in your freshman year. You have to, in our state, you have to live on campus for the first year, your
I
your
bet it's a freshman. I don't know
freshman
what it
year.
is though. See, I don't
Freshman
know
year.
all
Yeah.
these.
So
What it,
that's what you do. And then after freshman year, you're allowed to get an apartment or live wherever you want to live.
what's
Let's
freshman? Just quick. You don't have
fresh
to go into it. What does it
freshman
mean?
is your first year of college.
And
Your
what
first
is it?
year.
What is a Gale?
Freshman.
Still the same.
It's all the
Okay.
same. It's
So
the
it's your
same in high
first year
school.
of uni. Okay.
Your first year at high school, you're called a freshman too.
Okay. So you call
So
the what we call university, yours is college. Is that right?
that's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
jump in the chat really quick and see what people are saying about it.
Okay. Sorry, I've caused everyone to talk about this.
It's okay. Too many sorority and fraternities are part of secret societies involving the government, especially those in Ivy League colleges. Listen, I can't detest to all of that. I can't. I just know why my son joined it and how he's taken advantage of the opportunities that he's been given. And I wish there was so much more that I could share with you guys. Right now, it's not.
Can you leave at any time, Leanie?
You can leave at any time. You can opt out of Greek life at any time, but you can never re-enter and you
What
cannot
do you
join.
say? Greek life? You call it
Greek.
Greek? Why is it called
It's
Greek life?
it's called Greek life because they all come from take on their values and stuff from the Roman whatever. So Sigma Chi, Alpha Pi Beta, all these things are
Oh, I
Greek
don't know
life,
how you
right?
remember anything.
I don't remember much,
Oh
Maggie.
my
Just shit
God.
that came to my mind. I'm not that smart. But
Oh,
so Greek life, when I say Greek life, it's talking about every fraternity, every sorority. Okay. So
okay.
the only thing I can attest to is that my son joined because of being able to take advantage of what's
Okay.
offered, and he
Well, that
absolutely
makes
has
sense. Yeah.
to get a
So
lot of stuff paid for.
JB says we have universities too. So why do you call it a college if you have a university? I don't understand that.
College and university are different, even though they're the same as far as educational
We have
line.
colleges, but they're different than universities. University here is a higher um if you go to uni, you
You're getting a
You
higher
look,
education, or more
yeah,
expensive, more elite. Yeah. So,
it's different. So when you
so
were first saying college, I couldn't get it, but then I realized that it's the same as uni.
yeah,
So
but universities are usually more expensive than a college.
was your university, your kids ever free?
What do you mean free?
You know where you've got to pay to go into university? Like my son had to
Oh,
get,
you have to get a scholarship. My
well,
son turned down one.
he had to pay, he had to get a loan to pay. It used to be free. Used to be free,
Yeah,
you didn't have to pay. And how much to try and get, I was giving his name again, for the loan for the university? The 30 or 40? 10 per year, 10 grand per year. And
yeah,
he's still having to get, the interest on it because he hasn't got work
you can
going
get
up.
you can get different scholarships. You can even get a full ride depending on what kind of scholarship you're getting. You could get several scholarships that help
Oh,
you
the
pay
first
for it
2
as
years
well.
are free now, JB said. Yeah, they used to be free, not anymore. So we had to get a loan.
All
Terrible,
right.
isn't it? Eh?
B says, I believe a lot of frats are pretty questionable. Nikki says, I'm not supposed to talk about my sorority. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that all of it has some kind of secretive thing to it.
Oh, see, I don't want to be one to see.
Organization are definitely the best way to hide things, in my opinion. April says, what's the purposes of frats and sorority in anyways? Always wondering. They offer a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of money in them if you do it right. And you can get higher education for free, basically.
But
Different
if
types of
something's
education
secret,
for
I
free.
feel it's underhanded. What? I mean, I
No,
could be wrong, but I just
no,
feel that there's something underhanded if you're not allowed to speak about it.
not always. Not always. I don't,
But
not
what would
always.
you not
And
be allowed to speak
I
on?
know I know what he's not allowed to speak on, because he would say, you can ask me, because I grilled him. Of course I grilled him. You guys know who
Oh,
I
I
am.
would too, yeah.
I grilled him. And for a while, he just sat there looking at me. And I was like, you don't want to talk? And he's like, no, I want to talk. He said, let me give you a hint. If I'm just staring at you, I'm not going to answer that question. I was like, can't you
My
just say I'm
son would
not
be
going to answer
exactly
that
the same.
question? I was like, you could just say it and then I don't have to be a mind reader and I can move along. And he's like, all right, I can do that. So anyways, I always grill him. That's what I do. To establish sisterly bonds that endure a lifetime. Yes. April, another way to teach division. I don't agree with that at all.
There's a few said that, isn't there?
To divide society by status, wealth, power amongst the elite entitled. I don't believe that either. Wicked.
What did you believe before your son entered Leany? What was your belief?
I didn't have any belief as to status, wealth, or education or anything like that. I just only believed that they were kids that wanted to party all the time. That's real, and drink and smoke and.
Did you never believe there was something a bit shady about them or
No,
some
no,
of
I
them?
never. No, I thought they were just being kids in the
Okay.
He-Man Woman Haters Club and in the Men Haters Club. That's it. That's it. Just a legal way to do some hookups. Easy way to do some hookups. Get drunk, have sex with a lot of people, and hopefully don't catch STD. That's what I really
thought that was just normal. I thought that's just normal with college kids and universities.
It's easier when you have. It's easier when you've got a house full of 60 men to find somebody.
Oh my God, yeah.
That purpose of frats and sororities. Vibration says Boy Scouts used to be in the news a lot too. Perv leaders. Agreed there. That's how they get everyone to join.
Sorry.
It's all right. Good networking when you graduate too. Miss Barbara, I'm going to send you. Miss Barbara's. I'm very close to Miss Barbara. I trust her with my life's blood. The stuff that my kid has gained from this is amazing. The free. I mean, look, he's gotten scholarships through it that are helping him pay his.
Oh, if he's thriving in any way from that, then it's a good thing he's in.
Yeah,
You
it is
know,
a good thing.
if it's one of the decent ones, then good luck to him. Let him get out of it what he can for the
Yeah.
rest of his life. It's a
Well,
foundation.
I do think just by what all's taken place in his life through the fraternity, that he will always be very involved with the fraternity, no matter where he's at.
Yeah.
Um, just
Is
because
he
the way that
loyal, Leanie? He's
he's
very
very
loyal.
loyal, the
Yeah,
way
my
that his
son is
life,
too.
the way that his life is turning from this, and how much impact it's made on him, I
Mm.
can definitely see him always being a
He's got
part.
confidence. He's
But
got it's
yeah,
made him grow.
yeah.
Mm.
And I will say this, just because my son's fraternity, this chapter, this place that he's at, he and many of his friends have taken a lot of advantage of the good in it. Doesn't mean in the next university over, in the same fraternity, just a different chapter, that those kids are doing the same thing the kids are at this fraternity at this house.
Can I
You know
just
what I
read
mean?
this, Lee? Because I've
Yeah,
never
sure.
been called intelligent, a part of an intelligent group. You are all open-minded and an intelligent bunch. I appreciate you all. Keep standing for a better world. Oh my God, thank you so much. I've never been called any part of intelligence. Thank you.
That is
I'm gonna
so nice to say.
I'm gonna take
Seriously.
a screenshot of that.
Yeah. Because we feel like we're shit talkers.
Oh, I feel like I'm thick as two short planks.
All right, let's
Can't
see.
get
Let's
over
get
it.
down. I'm way far behind in chat. Sorry. Lunch Lady says both of her kids went to university on academic scholarship. That is awesome. JB says, yeah, everyone can get associate's degree for free if they keep their grades at a 3.0, right? Miss Barbara says the three main university in Arizona are state-owned schools. Wow, that's impressive. My sorority was hell, but great for connections. Higher ed is pretty cheap now in state, but everyone has to go through FAFSA, yeah, which is corrupt. And vibration, you couldn't have said it even. You could not have said that more. What these kids have to go through is ridiculous. I think our government needs to rethink this whole education thing for these kids. I really do, and how to pay for it. Because even my son says his number one fear of when he gets out of college is not the fact that he has to get a job. He's all for that. He's lining that up right now as we speak. It's about being independent, being able to live in an apartment or buy a house on
Yeah,
his own
brilliant.
without help, being
Wish my
able
son
to,
was part of it.
yeah, have a car payment, be able to pay his bills without any help or having to have a roommate. That scares the crap out of him.
Is he on his own in the house, Lee?
Which house? Which house
Wait,
now?
he's renting a house now, isn't he? He's got
No,
his
he's
own.
renting the house right now with there are two other guys from two different universities, two different states, actually. So there's three states in that house that are on the same kind of path that here. And it doesn't have anything to do with the fraternity. It has everything to do with setting your life up. You take on internships in the summer so
Yeah.
that you get yourself ready to go straight to work.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is exactly what Kaylee did, you guys. She was moving to Texas. She took full advantage of her sorority life, and she took full advantage of going on these internships and out of state. I think it's perfect, even though I've hated it, y'all. Everybody here, the OGs here know I've hated baby child being that far away from me. But he's always gone out of state for his internships. He's lining it up. By the end of this summer, he should have a letter of recommendation to join his company that he's been working for the last 2 years on internship. He should have a letter of recommendation to join their leadership program that he'll be paid for. which means that he is going to have to travel to 2 different states that they sent him to and work in those locations. And by the end of 2 years, he'll have that underneath his belt so that he can go straight into management for this company. So he's doing it right. Good on him. Much more. He don't get that from me, y'all. He gets no, he don't even no. He gets his blonde hair from me and those eyes. Yeah. Let's try to get through this.
B said, Leanie is a shit talker and Maggie is the reading specialist. And then she must have shit herself and thought, oh, better add Leanie. And she put, Leanie does a great job looking professional. She's very talented and I love her too. And I said, shut up, B. Just say me. And April did something at the radio station. Let's have a look. What did she do, April? Instead, I came to see and worked at a radio station and parties. What did you do at the radio station?
Minnie, I'm sure you're having
Oh, okay, JB. Hope you be okay, Gail.
Oh no, Nikki, this sounds terrible. Leanie, I'm sure your son is having a different experience than me. I doubt they're giving mandatory group weigh-ins. That's terrible. That sounds like the 60s. They'd be taping your waist to make sure your waist is of a certain. No, they.
Oh, thank God
no.
that's not out now.
I hope they're still not doing that, Nikki. I hope they're not. JB had a Pell Grant because I was poor. Yeah, there's many grants and stuff you can get out there, but it's harder on to me, I could be wrong, but it's really hard on like middle, unless you've got an academic scholarship or you've got a sports scholarship or something like that. It's hard on, I think, the middle class because you're right there just sitting, actually living paycheck to paycheck, but you've got enough to pay your bills with that paycheck. You know what I mean? You just have not a lot left over after bills. That's what I call middle class. Your name is on a mortgage. Your name is on a freaking car payment, things like that. You know, you're able to pay your bills, but there's nothing really left over. I think they need to figure something out in all college levels and university levels and things like that. Lolly is here. Hello, I'm getting my hair done. I'll have to replay. Thank you so much, Lolly.
Hi, Lol.
Grant for the outhouse. Aha! Lunch lady had a pail grant for the outhouse. My dad said you're not going to college. All you're going to do is party. You know, I think we know our kids. I hope we do. Yeah. Thank you so much, Vibrations. I appreciate it. So instead, you went to Vegas and worked as a radio station and partied. Well, he knew you. He knew you. Good on him. So let's bring up, since this was how we got on all of this, and
we did say we didn't know what way this was going to go tonight, didn't we?
Yeah.
We never expected this. I never.
And just so anybody knows, if you want to talk anything about Kohberger, or if you have a thought about Kohberger or about the Idaho 4 or this case or whatever, please come up. We'd love to hear it. Even if it doesn't match mine or Maggie's, you will get no hate here.
I'll be made up today at another take.
No judgment. All just good old fashioned discussion. Let's see. I want to bring up some things that we saw about, why the fraternity, mostly in the beginning. There's still people that talk about the fraternity being involved in this. But I want to bring it out as to how the fraternity got in this case, if you will. So Maggie, I'm going to try to find some stuff right now on that, and bring up some more footage on it. But what I want to say is this: I did bring my son into that question as well. I said, tell me something. I said, I'm researching this with the fraternities. This is before I heard the name Brian Kohberger. And I said, tell me where to look, what to look. Is there any Instagram things that'll be on this fraternity, things like that? And he said, look, he said, this is the best thing I could tell you. He said, first of all, he said, everybody in Sigma Chi, it doesn't matter what state they're in, has heard about these murders because there was a brother in the house. If Ethan had not been in that house, Sigma Chi would not be involved in this. Because it would have just been their sorority, right? Maybe they would have brought Sigma Chi in as in, well, that's the closest fraternity to the house. It's right across the street. But as far as like digging, like, oh, Ethan must have problems with this brother and they beat the shit out of each other and they came over and killed him. And everybody else is collateral damage. No. And let me tell you why. And this is what my son said. The FBI was staying, so there was out-of-state officers that came in to help. The FBI came in, the Indiana State Police came in. They came in right away. And so kudos to Moscow for doing that, bringing people in right away. And where do you think they stayed? Not all of them were in hotel rooms.
Not all what, Leanie?
Not all of the people from out of state were in hotel rooms. Where do you think they stayed?
In the house.
They stayed at the fraternity house.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know that and nobody's put it out is because it's not out. That's the only thing my son told me.
You better shut up then.
Okay. Yeah.
Really?
Sorry. Keep going, Maggie. Let me shut up for a minute. Sorry.
Yeah, shut up. Go on. So let me see some of these. I question the fraternity leader, not the entire fraternity. Why? Because he's the one that's given the orders. Is that what you mean, B? And you mean for these bad fraternities? I do ads for the radio too. Wicked Witch of the Midwest said. What do you mean you do ads? Tell me what you mean. I struggle weekly with migraines. I know. JB suffers terrible, B. Suffers terrible because help her. I get in touch. I go, what type of a day you having, girl? And she goes, what type of a day you having? All we talk about our aches and pains. April said, lunch lady, I was an air personality, basically played music and music director. Tell you what, we've got some talent in the house. Got some talent going on in here. You never know, do you? Should say that one day, what's everyone's jobs or what they used to do. Or what did, I remember Anne asking a question when she was interviewing me on her channel. And she said, what is something about you that nobody else knows? Because I was thinking, well, they said about me, and I couldn't think of nothing. So that goes to each of yous. How do you say that, Lainey?
What?
What is? Oh, how did she say it, Anne? It could be, what is the one thing about you? What is one thing about you that nobody else knows?
Oh no.
So, how would you? Is there something about you that I mean, there'd be loads of things. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, there's probably a lot because even though I am a creator on the internet, and I tell you guys stories and I give you tidbits of my life, there's no way that there are certain things I would never ever tell a soul to. In fact, Maggie I've been with Maggie for a year. She's picked up things here and there, and then there was something I said, what was it, last month?
Oh, it was something you said.
And I don't want to bring it up again. If you caught it, you caught it. But Maggie caught it right away and got on the phone with me. She said, Leanie, I never knew. And I was like, I never put it out. So there's probably 80s to 90% of stuff you guys don't know anything about.
And you know, guys, when you want to sit there and go, can you please tell me? Because I want to know everything, because that's the type of person I am. Not that I want that person to struggle and suffer, I just want to know what that person even though in my brain I'm knowing now, but I want to know. But you know, obviously, no, you can't ever put someone in that position. Although I am leaning, but I'm not. I'm not. But you know, I want to know, but only when
Yeah, but
you
you
want to
gotta,
tell
I
me.
mean, I would tell you anything. There's certain people in here
I
that
know, of
I
course. I
would
mean,
tell you, and
there's
I don't take it personal if you guys ask me,
no,
because I trust you with it. You know what I
there's
mean?
things. I mean, like everyone's got to be the same. We all know each other, but there's things that you know about me that other people don't know,
Right.
and that's the way I want to keep it because that's the way I am. And you know, and I know things about people that I would never tell anyone else because that's the way they want it. But it's you know, until you I can't even put it into words. It's just life, isn't it? It's how you are. Not you don't. I don't care who you are. You're never 100% about yourself. There's always something that you keep back that you know you don't tell everyone. There'll be a person that you do tell, but it's something that we've all got. I think
Well,
untraded.
and you know, I mean, one day somebody could be your friend. The next day they're using it against you on their own,
That's what worries me about
and you're
YouTube
just like,
because of what
whoa,
I've
wait,
seen.
like I really trusted you. I thought you were my real
No.
friend, and when I started realizing what was going on, yo,
Mm.
I put something out there that wasn't true because I was testing that person, and I'll be damned if that person did not let it out. And who was the one laughing? Me, because I was like, you fell right into that shit. So
And
congratulations.
I was the one who said, "Oh my God, Leonie, I didn't know." And she went, "No, no, it didn't." And that's how you didn't know because it wasn't true. I was like, couldn't get over it.
Because I knew about things that were going on that, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about
Anyway,
that.
leave that. Just let's go away from that now.
Yeah.
I don't ask some people things about themselves because I figure if they want me to know, they will share it. Well, it's like getting comfortable when you feel comfortable with someone and you know that person isn't just being nice because people can be nice but they're not really nice or whatever, and you just feel comfortable. I mean, I've got people I've fell out with who I trust still, that you know online offline, and people in my life that I still trust because they're grown-ups. It's not something that I just don't see how grown-ups can do that. I really don't. And I mean that, how someone could be honest with you and tell you things, and then soon as you fall out, boom. That's just not a done thing. It shouldn't be a done thing. I believe if I tell someone something and I'd say, don't say nothing, I believe with all my heart that they never would, as could because I'm that way myself. So you always make a mistake, don't you, and think that that
Mhm.
next person is like that when not everyone is. It's what my mum used to say to me. You've just got to get it into your brain that not everyone is like you.
That's right.
Because I trusted so many times, as we
So
all
easy.
have.
It's so easy. It's so easy. I
Yeah,
cringe. I literally still cringe at those people in the beginning who I trusted. I
I know.
cringe. I'll start to miss them, truthfully, you know, the friendship we had. And then I remember it always comes back to all of that. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God, how could you be so damn trusting? I've been,
But
never mind.
you got comfortable and you felt because it's what your heart's
I
like,
just thought they were my
and you just
friends.
feel like everyone else is the same, and you get
Yeah.
hurt. You
Yeah.
do. And I'm grateful for the small group of friends
Mm.
that I'm in touch with, and I feel that I can trust each and every one of them with my life, and that's it.
Miss Barbara says, I don't ask people some things about themselves because I figure if they want me to know, they will share it. Well, sometimes I haven't said it because I haven't thought about it, but some things Miss Barbara will straight up ask me, and I'm not offended at all, and I tell her the truth. Same thing with Maggie, same thing with a few people. If they catch certain things, they'll ask me about it, and if I feel like that I could
Rafa,
share that with them, I do. And if it's not someone I think I could share it with, I'm just like, I don't want to even talk about it. Thank you.
Rapper says, Wickers, I wish I was sitting on Leanie's lap. It's gone.
Come on, Rapper. What the hell's wrong with you?
She's,
Come on over,
she's
babe.
very comfy.
Come on over here, Rapper, and make us some dinner. I'm hungry.
April, yeah, lolly, it does. It depends on the circumstances, doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, I've spoke to people, right? I mean, in my real life, and you know, when you really want to tell them something, you really, really want to tell them something, and you just hold back because something's making you hold back. Because I used to be right out there and say whatever, and then further down the line, this person exposes themselves, and you're like, oh my God, am I so glad? And why didn't I see that coming? You know, it's you still.
Yeah.
I mean, at my age, are surprised by
It's
people. But that's another thing my mum used to say to me. By the time you get to my age, she'd say, you'll be able to count on one hand how many true friends you have.
that's
And
true.
even if
I have
you've
to
only
attest to
got
that.
one, you're blessed.
I attest to that. I
Yeah.
totally attest to that. True friends,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
as you excuse my pun here, the sisterhood. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
All right, look at
I want to
Nikki.
be. I
Look
want to
at
be in a
Nikki.
sorority. Can you make a sorority with me, Lou?
I don't want to make a sorority.
Oh, I want to be with.
You
I want
make
to be.
it.
I'm never gonna. What?
I'll join your sorority.
I don't want to do it because I don't even know
You
about
do
it.
it. Look it up.
Well, stick your sorority, whatever it is, right where the sun don't shine, Leanie. Leanie, you will bounce me, Rapper says.
Sure, Rapper, I'll bounce you, honey.
Hey,
Come here.
Lolly's getting her ears on. I hope the hair woman, what is she called in your country? We just call them a
Hairdresser.
hairdresser. Oh, the
Yeah.
same. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what the hairdresser is thinking. Is she listening as well? Hello, hairdresser.
The Wicked Witch of the West, the Midwest, that would be Nikki. I told y'all she's pretty. She said from 6 months to 18, she did pageants, modeling, and runway for commercials, and it sucked.
Leanie, oh no, there is nothing in my life that I won't share because I'm not ashamed of anything. But I think there is a time and a season when it may or not be necessary. I don't share on here things because I would never want it used against me in any shape or form. Because where people say, "Oh, it doesn't bother me," it wouldn't bother me if I just let it go. It would bother me. It would bother me to the point I'd never come back, and that's why I say nothing. There you go. Just thought I'd tell you that.
Lolly says, I don't get how people could say they're friends and then they're not. Seems like it would have to be something huge to stop a friendship. I mean, I've had to sever.
Oh,
I've had to sever some for my own mental health, and for their
no, you definitely have to cut people off to keep your mind sane. Tell you that.
that they could keep.
Definitely.
I wanted to keep my mental health good, and they wanted to keep their life. So, I had to cut ties with them. But it also depends on how bad you've been hurt. I think it's different for different people. You can piss me off. I can come back from it. I can. And I always do. Give me just some time. And I'm not talking weeks. And I'm not talking about weeks. I'm not even talking about days. Give me a couple hours to be pissed off at you, and then think it through in my mind and say, well, Leanie, you're a cunt for this, and you're a cunt for that. And then I can come see.
Oh yeah, I can. After 10 minutes, I'm calmed down. It's all over, and that's it. I'm good to go again.
Exactly.
I don't do that, but hate me, and you'll
Hurt
never
me.
get the chance again.
That's
ever.
right. That's right.
Ever.
I'm one and done. One and
Yeah,
done. And
yeah.
I'll take different types of hurt, but I'm talking about to the core, like something I never thought you would do, like you were supposed to be, even if we're fighting. So say me and Maggie were fighting, right? And to retaliate against Maggie or just to hurt her like I think she's hurt me, I come and do a live about it. Well, that kind of stuff you can't get past that. If you were ever truly a friend, you still love them. You're just pissed off at them, and you would never give anything away on them.
No,
in fact,
you did a live on me, and it would you'd never hear me again. I wouldn't do a live back on you. No, wouldn't waste my time.
You know what?
I'd be
If I'm mad at Maggie or anybody who is in my heart that I'm really close to, and you start talking shit about them, That's the quickest way to get me to love Maggie again, because I'm going to go off. Just because I'm pissed off doesn't mean you can be. That's why I don't share, not even with my husband.
So
Whenever
next
I'm
time
pissed
she
off at
pisses me off,
somebody,
mention me so call me so she wants me back again, and I'm like, don't forget, guys, I'll be
no, but
broken hearted.
even with my husband, there are well, we don't there. I don't tell him things because his first thing is to stand by me. Right? I'm pissed because you're pissed. Who the hell they think they are doing that to you, pissing you off? And no, because my relationship with people is got to be different than him. You know what I mean? And when he's pissed off at someone, I don't want to hear it either. That's not my business. That's your problem. You know what I mean? And then you don't get involved in that. Even with our children, I told my grown children a long time ago, you guys are pissed off at each other. Do you? You're grown. Figure
Sort
that
it
shit
yourself.
out because you're all my children. And all I'm going to hear is, oh, you like that one better than me. So you're sticking up for him. And then I'm the
Favorite
bad person.
golden child.
So now I just tell them, you know what?
I'm not
Baby Chow
bothered.
is my favorite, hands down. And oh yeah, they know. I'm like, Baby Chow's my favorite, hands down, for many reasons. One, you guys were all grown by the time he was born, so he hasn't had any conflicts with any of you, and he hasn't. I mean, he's
Did
in a
he
totally
ruin them,
different.
Leanie?
Did they
Is he
ruin him?
ruined? Did he
No.
ruin them? Did he spoil them?
No. Oh yeah. He was their baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were old, if they lived by my
How many years between him and the eldest, Lee?
18. So they were my three were 16, 17, and 18 when he was born. And Beefcakes, which is my middle son, he was 13 when he was born.
Wow.
So
there's a good few years then, isn't it, between them all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbara, it depends on what it is. I won't speak to them again. Oh, hate me in that way and never, ever get eye contact from me again.
Liza says there's nothing in my life that I won't share because I'm not
that.
ashamed of anything. Oh, you did read it out?
Yeah, I read.
But I think there's a time and a season when it may not be necessary. Yeah. And I have to say, I mean, I'm surprised Lizzo did say that, because a lot of stuff, people haven't been so nice. Some people haven't been so nice.
That's what I mean. I base it on
girl.
both sides of it. Everyone does such bad things that people say that they know
Even
about
if it's
this
true,
person.
even if it's
Even
true,
if it's
just
true, that's what I
don't do
mean.
that. Yeah,
Oh
don't do
God,
that.
it's terrible.
Ethel
Terrible.
sorority. That's what we could call it. Ethel sorority. That would be perfect.
Yeah, that
trying
ghost everyone. And you know
Well-
what, B? I didn't even know what it meant, that ghost. This is another word that I've only got, well, when I say about 18 months ago, talking to someone, I'll tell you who it was. Remember the fella over the road whose mother funeral I helped? And I said, oh, how's your girlfriend? He said, oh, she's ghosting me. Oh, what's it mean? She's ghosting him. I come over and said to my son, what's it mean? He says it's ghosting. And he told me. I said, why doesn't he just say ignoring me then? Well, he said it's ghosting. Did you know that, Leanie? I can't get over it.
Wow. There's a lot of good things being said in chat. I'm sorry for some of the things some of you all have gone through. A lot of it, I've witnessed it, and I'm sorry about that.
Oh, God.
Nikki is 2 minutes behind. I think Lunch Lady said that she was changing her phone or charging her phone. Nina, hello.
Yeah, her husband had just come home. Her husband's was home.
Okay.
So
all right. Let's do this. Let's jump back into this. And good to see you, Nina. I want to play this just as a reminder, since we were talking about, the fraternities. We played it before. We've gone through all of it before. Let's play it. So give Maggie and my mouth a break and your ears a break. How about that? All right. Let me pull this up, Max.
Go ahead.
And we'll just sit and listen for a minute. Are we big, Max?
Yes.
All right. Are we covering the whole screen? Just give them the full screen, because I want everybody to be able to see.
Yeah, I can see the full screen. I can just see University of Idaho Fraternity Brothers talk about Ethan Chapin's murder 1 year later. That's what I can
Okay.
see. Yep,
All
that's
right.
the full
Perfect.
screen. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go. All right. We're going to mute out and we're just going to take a look. This is going to be about 6 minutes long, you guys. And I love how it starts out with remembering the victims. All right. This is Ethan Chapin's University of Idaho fraternity brothers are still healing a year after the murders. So this was done on November 16th, 2023. So right at the year mark, some of the fraternity brothers are speaking out. If we could throw up our copyright banner and put our copyright in chat. This is not our work. This comes out of KTVB. We're using it for, ain't nobody getting a scholarship over here. So we're going to have to use it as educational purposes. Here we go.
Leni, is it supposed to be playing?
Is it not playing?
No.
It's playing on my end. Hold on. I'm so sorry.
Is it playing? Can anyone hear it? Is it just me? I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's into it. Let me see. Is it nothing is playing? Okay,
No.
hold on. Hold on, hold on. Give me a minute.
No, no one can hear. So I was just sitting there thinking she's not normally this quiet. Has she
You know
knocked it with
what?
a knee or?
I mean, I've got it all on just like I normally do.
Yeah, it's not.
Um,
All I can see in the bottom right corner, play video. Like you've got to click it.
oh, that may be it. Okay. Oh, you know what? And I may have to subscribe.
Can you not get it somewhere else?
I can. Let me look really quick. This is this is a news organization. That's why I wanted to use this because it's not a creator's. But let me see if I can find it again. Give me a second, guys. Hold on.
Go on, go on. Yeah, A, B, that's it. You can't change your heart, can you? You know, some people, if you fall out with someone, that's it. They'll delete you for the rest of their life. I won't, and I often think of people, do you know what I mean? All the time. And things that I know that no one else knows, I often think, I wonder if they're okay in that way or whatever. I'm not I can't just cut off in that way. Even when I cut off from my brothers, I often laid in bed at night and I'd always say I hope they're okay and shit like that. You know, I'd never wish anything as much as I'm angry at them, so angry, still angry, dislike them for things they did or rather didn't do. It's just who you are, isn't it? I go for weeks without phone calls and I'm good with it. Yeah, I think you get to a stage in your life, B, as you get older, don't you? You know, I've made so many mistakes where I've not trusted people and they've told people something that I didn't want. Not unlike that. Just I trusted they were nice people and they were genuine. And then you just realise it was you were useful to them in some way, you know. And as I've found out of late, and it hurts because you really think you were close with that person, which is one of my family members, and it hurts, and you just think, you know, why, why was I so gullible at this age? Why did I really put myself out there to help this person? and now I'm of no use. Do you know what I mean? And it hurts. Maggie, they stay in my prayers. Exactly, B. It's who we are, isn't it, love? It all done, Lee.
Yeah, let me see if you guys can hear this.
Go on.
Let me know.
Yeah, we can hear it, Lee.
This fraternity is very special to me. The camaraderie's all there. The brotherhood's all there.
A year after the killings on King Road, the Sigma Chi fraternity brothers at the University of Idaho, they are sharing their memories about Ethan Chapin with us. The 4 students we talked to are from Eagle, Meridian, and Grangeville, Idaho. And we went to the Sigma Chi house and heard about their love for Ethan and how they're trying to heal together. Here at the Sigma Chi house at the University of Idaho, memories of Ethan Chapin are everywhere.
I have never met someone who's so like universally loved. Everyone liked him. He was just like the happiest person to be around. Everyone wanted to be around him.
Losing Ethan in such a tragic way has impacted each of these students. The feelings and the emotions are still fresh.
Right after that happened, I mean, it was a madhouse up in Moscow. There's news people everywhere, and I don't know. It was just no one knew what was going on, really, because stuff like that doesn't really happen in a town like this. But I think as a house, we all banded together. It was hard because a lot of people went home. I felt way better when I was up here with my brothers rather than being at home. I needed to be around these guys, talking about what I was feeling, talking about E. Maybe we want to talk about memories with E. Or
all of us knew that no one was going to look down on them for sharing their emotions or, anything like that.
How we handled that as a fraternity. It wasn't one person handling the situation. We handled it as a brotherhood. And I think that really helped us get through.
They each shared happy memories of Ethan.
He's the coolest guy you'll ever meet. That's about it right there.
He was a really big, funny, happy guy.
When someone would walk in the room, like not just me, anybody, he would welcome you into the room.
He was always very kind in everything that he did.
He always would call me Gussie Gus in his little raspy voice.
Emotionally, always there for people.
One of my favorite memories with him was my apartment flooded one night after a big party because there was all sorts of plumbing problems with it. It's an old house. Went over to Xana's and I was hanging out with the two of them and we just talked for like hours and hours. And Xana made us grilled cheese sandwiches and Ethan and I are just sitting there talking. So that's one of like my most like cherished memories with him. I think back to that night a lot and I try to focus on nights like that rather than the sad ones when it comes to E.
The brothers lost Ethan's girlfriend, Xana Kernodle, that terrible night, too.
Him and Xana were just like the most perfect couple you could imagine.
That's just how she was. Like she was just able to come over here and hang out with all the dudes and it was like, oh, hey, what's up, Xana? He said that Ethan was like the most universally loved person on campus. I think Xana was right up there with Ethan. Like everyone loved Xana, everyone loved Ethan. Both of them were just flourishing for sure.
Hunter Chapin, Ethan's brother, is also a member of this house.
It was kind of tough because it was a subject that he didn't want to talk about for a while. Just kind of letting him know that we are there if he ever does want to talk. Just kind of knowing that that's open for him if he ever does need a release to let his emotions out to us.
When we were there, the first Sigma Chi Ethan Chapin Memorial Scholarship was awarded to Hunter. The Chapin family was there, his mom, his dad, his sister Maisie. And there was a standing ovation.
I think it obviously means a lot going to Hunter. We're talking all about E right now, but Hunter's right there with him. They're very, very similar people, especially with what Hunter's going through, obviously. And then the way he's come out on the other end, like the person he is now. Like personally, I don't think I could be not okay. The word isn't okay,
That
but
strong.
be that strong in a situation like that. Like if I were to lose one of my brothers, for Hunter to go through all that and then come out on the other end, as strong and as great of a man as he is now, like that exemplifies everything Ethan did in the past, and I think it's 100% Hunter's deserving of it.
I think it means a lot that Sigma Chi took the bull by the horns and made this scholarship a thing in the world. raised $125,000 for the scholarship, which is absolutely insane. And that's $5,000 to a Sigma Chi every single year, which is incredible. I don't think there's a better way to honor Ethan than to just help some more people, help more people go to
Continue
college.
giving.
Exactly. He gave his whole life. So let's keep on giving in the name of Ethan.
The scholarship award plaque and photos of Ethan will live on here at Sigma Chi forever.
We all are wearing these bracelets. I don't know if I can't see if Kyle. Yeah, we literally all are.
I've got any
From-
words on mine anymore.
Yeah, mine's all
but
faded. We got these at his
still-
memorial last year, and they said "Live life like Ethan" on them. And I haven't taken mine off since. And every morning when I look at my wrist and I see this, I just know I should live life like Ethan that day. So I think that the stories of Ethan are gonna just go from generation to generation, from pledge class to pledge class. And I think that's amazing that his story will be shared with everyone. Everyone can hopefully live life like Ethan.
And I want to thank those fraternity brothers for being brave enough to sit down.
I don't know about you guys, but that brings me to tears.
Oh, I'm near crying, Leanie.
It
How
does.
sad is that? How sad is that, poor lad? Life. Oh, God.
It brings me to tears in like a
Just lovely how he's
yes,
remembered. And
it's so beautiful. And because I do understand fraternity life now, and I do understand that one kid saying, some of us, I would rather be with my brothers than with my family.
Oh.
I think in my son's freshman year, like I would have been hurt by that if he said that about me or about his brothers and sisters, that he'd rather be over there with his fraternity brothers than to be in our home if something happened. But I understand it now. I understand it
Well,
because
don't
I've
you
watched
think-
him.
especially it'd be more so for people who didn't have good families, like, do you know
Yes,
what I mean? Because there is some
Yes,
people
I
that
work
you could
with
understand,
and
your son has got a good family, so I don't think that has ever been replaced. But there is people that haven't, and they
Yeah.
are their bloods then,
Yeah.
Oh,
And there's
sad.
been small things that have happened, like you guys know, not last night's storms, but the storm that happened came
yeah.
through last month or something, and I was in the bathtub. And yeah, baby child only lived at that point. He was living 10 minutes from me. And of course he's calling me, "Mom, get in the bathtub. The siren's going on, blah, blah, blah." He said, I was like, "Aren't you coming home?" And he's like, "No, Mom, I've got a whole house of 60 men to take care of." Y'all, he stayed there in a tornado with his brothers. And his mother, you guys didn't know it, but he knew it, that his mom was home alone. But he knew that I have been through these storms many, many times. He's been through these storms many, many times. My husband comes from Oklahoma. We do storms once a week in Oklahoma, seems like. And
Because I said to you, "Aren't you scared?" You went, "No, I'm fine." I was like, "I'd be terrified."
yeah, and he knew I was going to be okay. And whether he was with me in a bathtub or not, he was taking care of 60 guys, half of which that had never been through anything like that before.
Oh,
And he was the president of that fraternity. That was his.
and he's
his
so young as well.
Yeah, he needed to. He there. And then there's been other times where I've been like, "Look, Boo, come home. It's really sad. I know." And he's like, "No." He's like, you guys are going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm staying with my brothers and we're going to get through it. And yeah, you've got to respect that. And I was proud of him for that. Now,
Yeah.
I know that had the tornado not jumped over my part of the city, got closer to his fraternity house than he saw the tornado. I didn't. That he would have been the first one here with all of his brothers, because they don't just, I mean, if someone has family problems, they all link together. And I guess that's what's in my throat. First of all, that, the fraternity lost a member, a brother, but there's
Family,
also a living brother still in the house that they've got to get him, help him through this. And how many times have we all said, if it wasn't for this person or that person in my life, I would not have survived this.
Yeah.
Let me jump in chat real quick because I think somebody was trying to get my attention. Let me see. Okay, I just jumped in the live. Did Leanie have a sister? What do you mean by that? I have quite a few sisters. I'm not sure what that means. B, I avoided my phone at all costs most of the time. Me too, I try. Beautiful tribute, absolutely. Next time, let a sister know to grab tissues. I hadn't seen that in so long, I forgot, but I should have known that I was good. I stopped it. It went right in my throat, and y'all know if I start crying, I'm gonna have to.
Bittersweet, wasn't it? It was just so so touching how their ages and how they can speak like that from the heart. It's just lovely.
And then I wanted to bring this up. I think it's great that they have set up a scholarship fund for people. I think it's perfect. And some people may think, oh, great, his brother got to be the first recipient of it, and because he was the brother, he ended, the blood brother too, that he was the one that got the money first. Shame. If you're saying that or thinking that, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah.
She said that she has a friend that looks like you. Oh, let me tell you. Y'all go ahead and let her tell about my bio daddy. Listen, we could be sisters for all I know.
Oh, I'll go mad, Leanie.
I'm telling you.
I'm not being left out.
Listen, this is what you need to know for all you newbies in my chat. I come from a long line of really big-breasted, smart-assed, big-mouthed, loose women, and every day I'm one of them. My four painted ladies. That's what I call them, and it goes all the way back to my great grandmother, as far as what I can see on my mother's side. And there was my daddy who was out sleeping with every person he could. That I didn't find until 5 years ago. All right, so let's bring this up. No, that wasn't it. Hold on. Give me a minute, Mags.
Okay.
Jumping chain. Okay.
Leanie, I might be sassy, but I really do appreciate the community you and Maggie have built. Aw. Well, we've all built it together, haven't we? We've all built it together. We could, each one of us just gives little bits of our lives and
time, a lot of time.
It's just like being at home on the couch, get the remote, turn the telly down, get a cuppa or whatever, and have a gab. That's the way when Leanie used to do the morning ones, to me, it was my mornings. It was the middle of the night for Leanie's. So when I wake up, I used to think, like, oh, gab with me mates now, while I'm waking up. And it's just how you feel, isn't it? You should just feel at home in certain places. And others, you feel like you're a visitor. And in other places, you feel like you're home. And I think we've all built the community together. No, not just one, all of us. We've all played a part in it, haven't we? And it's lovely. It's nice.
All right, let's read this one.
Now, was your dad big-breasted, Jeff H. Sedley?
No. Well, he's no, he's not big-breasted. That would be something to talk about.
Hello, Jeff.
Oh, doggone it. No, freaking Fox News.
Honestly, what is the best thing about the channel that each of you like? I like the way it's just here, there, and everywhere. I think it's funny how we can go from, we've all been laughing and then talking serious, then when they're crying. We go from one to the other, don't we?
Let me put this in instead. Maybe I can get this to come up.
Mine was roll on floor laughing for real. What, your dad was big-breasted, lunch lady? I've had to put a box on my knee because my knee was sizzling with the laptop on it. And now my knee's sizzling with the box on top of it. Oh my God. I'm roasting, guys. Like, let me. Alexa, what's the weather? 23 degrees. Oh God, feels like 38 degrees. Oh God. Sweltered. Me too, Maggie, lunch lady said. It's like a hangout that we just talk about everything. Crazy.
And we're real. We're freaking real. And nobody's judgmental that I pee my pants sometimes. I pee myself when I'm on this live and you guys get me to laughing so hard. Oh, it's
Well, if
terrible.
I have a cough, it's all over. That's all I'm going to say. If I have a cough, I've got to go when I need to go, because if I don't, I'm going to go there and then all over the floor. All over the floor. I pee myself at least once a week, lunch lady says. Inspo said, Maggie, I can't put into words that would even come close to what I love about being here. Oh, do you know what? Whatever comfort you get from it, at least it's comfort, isn't it, eh? It's nice to be able to go somewhere and be recognised and as part of the group. Even when we get strangers coming in, I love the way yous are with them. Do you know, you just speak to everyone like you know them. No one gets made to feel like a stranger. Well, that's what I see anyway. You know, because some chats you can go into, say hello, you know, first time in here, whatever. No one speaks back to you. So then you're listening to the show and you pass a comment, which I never used to do ever. But obviously now I've found my feet. And you just there's just no welcoming, no hello, no goodbyes. Just it's like you're not there.
Yeah, but if you shoot a super chat through, believe
Oh,
you
they'll
me, they
recognise you then.
recognize you right away. You're recognized.
Oh, I don't care if I'm recognised in them,
I
Lee. I
know.
don't want to be recognised in them.
I
now.
bounce. I bounce. I don't really go, to people's channels I don't know anymore. I quit taking chances.
Can I be Norm from Cheese? All right, Norm. Norm?
Norm?
You're not cool unless you pee yourself, B says. That's
Oh,
it. When
but
you
you
get
know
to a
what?
certain
People,
age.
you know what? People don't like to talk about it, though. It's part of life. It just is what it is. I mean,
Well, I'm going to have a fight tomorrow with the nurse. I just remembered I should have phoned today and I forgot. I phoned on Wednesday. I'm sorry, the surgery is now closed. Please call at 8 a.m. in the morning. We are on a staff training day. Goodbye. I said, so you've got a fucking cheek to be on a staff training and say I need to speak to the nurse. So I was supposed to phone today and forgot. So I'll have to phone tomorrow now and have a fight with the nurse. Supposed to be changing my HRT. Still waiting 2 weeks later. Got a cheek. Got a cheek. I'm sweltering and I can't be coping in bed of an ice and ringing. Just thought I put that out there. Oh, did he die? Oh. Does anyone else get these strange things popping up that celebrities have died? And I'm like, oh my God, going
oh,
through
yeah, he did die.
mourning
Norm
every
died.
day. And then it's not real. Can't believe it. I know you don't listen to the Diddy, but does anyone else listen to the Diddy? I can't get over what I'm hearing. I
I
cannot get
can't listen
over
to that
why
trash.
this has only just come out about this man. I cannot get over someone so sick and twisted and the people who took part in it time and time again. I just can't get over it. Sick. Maggie, it's clickbait. My husband falls for it every day. So do I. I didn't even know what clickbait meant. I said, well, what does clickbait mean? Told me. Now I go, oh, it's clickbait, That's all I say when I get onto words. Like this, what's it called? Gaslighting. Where's that come from? Never heard from it in my life. I'm either thick, which I know I am anyway, or I'm in my own Wales, because half of these words are all new to me.
What's funny is people pick out words and then they are overused. Then
Yeah.
everybody's like, yeah, that's what that
Everyone's a
person's doing.
narcissist. Oh, everyone
Yeah.
has got narcissistic traits.
We've all got
Every-
traits, but that doesn't
yeah.
make us a narcissist. I have traits
Oh,
of let me just pull one out of the house hat of a Libra, but my birth certificate says that I'm a Leo. Not that I believe in all
Yeah.
that shit, but listen, it's a new word. People figure out the actual meaning to words, and then all of a sudden they overuse it and use it to explain behaviors of somebody, or but they use it as they actually have that problem. Some people do, but not everybody does. Not everybody's a narcissist.
No,
Not everybody gaslights.
because
It's
everyone's
just
got
dumb.
that bit of narcissist. Like it, everyone's got that trace.
It's dumb.
Where all these words come from, I can't be coping with it. Anyway, can't you just be saying normal words?
Normal words.
And
Just-
it's
just
supposed to
lay
have
it
been
out
out
for
there.
us.
I asked, I mean, so many girls, if they've been there forever, they haven't been there forever because I've never heard them forever. I'm not saying they've only just come out, but oh my God, I'm sick of all the new words. What's it going to be like in 10 years? We're going to be using a different language. It'll all be different language. No one's going to understand anyone. I'll be calling a different language tomorrow when I speak to that nurse, let me tell you.
I'm trying to see if I could find this one. I wanted.
What is it you're trying to
I'm gonna
find?
look.
Lee?
I'm gonna look one more time. I'm just. My news is. My brain is going everywhere. Hold on, one more
Did
time.
you have sleep, by the way? I meant to ask you.
Yes, I did get some sleep, but I'm
thank God.
more. I feel like I'm less with it today than I was yesterday.
Yeah, but that's what happens once you have sleep. You just get more wiped out. Then you feel great to begin with. Then as the day goes on,
Yeah.
you're shattered, aren't you? Well, I'm back to normal now on the tablets. So 2 o'clock this morning, I was withdrawn, and I had to roll round the bed till 8. And then it's because I knew to take my tablets at the right time. So I'm all right. I was terrible. Tell you, terrible to be hooked on them prescription drugs. Oh my God. Has anyone ever forgot the prescription? I mean, the opiates. Well, what I'm on anyway. Has anyone forgot theirs? I mean, I know you probably have. Isn't it horrific?
So you guys, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on, Lee.
So you guys know that I told you guys there's going to be a new documentary that's coming out on Prime TV, which I have got, and we will be watching it. We will be watching that over in Discord because we will not be able to play that here. We'll be watching it live on Discord. No matter what time it is, I'm going to be there. And so they've got different little clippings from that. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Oh my God, I just got a hunger pain and my mouth started watering. Anyways, I just thought you guys needed to know that. I squirred. I'm sorry.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, but I got hungry.
I got my mouth started watering.
I just get hungry. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Come from nowhere. You're not even smelling food or anything. That just absolutely come from nowhere.
I'm
So
sorry.
random. I love it. I'm the same, Leanie. I do stuff like that.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
so funny. You're gonna have to get off and have a roast
And you
dinner
guys,
and have a
you
couple
guys
of
know I am in no way a foodie, or I'm not motivated by food. But damn, when you haven't eaten in 24 hours, it just comes up and I'm like, oh, what a new feeling. I'm hungry. Because I just don't do that. But anyways, let's do this.
Haven't you been eating while you've been cleaning?
Yeah, but I still only eat once a day, and this is about the time that I eat.
So do I, and I'm still like Bella and big.
No, I just don't get hungry. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I get munchy.
I'm not hungry at all, but
Well, lucky you. I get munchies, so like you'll hear me. I'll tell you, I'm eating some fruits or some wraps like cheese and meat roll-ups. I love
I
those
don't think you
too.
eat enough, Lainey.
No, probably not. That's probably why I'm fat. But anyways,
It is why your body retains it. I was the same.
For the first
Didn't
time,
eat enough. Oh, we are. It's on.
all right, let me take this back. Can you make it big on screen, Maggie?
It won't work. You've got to do it, haven't you?
Oh, I'm talking about taking us off and putting the solo on the screen. You did that already.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry.
It's
sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
All right, so this is just a teaser, you guys, for what's going to be coming out, and this is from NBC News, and it was put out 5 days ago. This is the students who discovered the University of Idaho murder scene are speaking out for the first time in a new docuseries. It's called One Night in Idaho, the college murders. That's what it's going to be called.
That's gone off. It's not working. Hang on. Oh God, what if it's on?
It's because you just push on the other one. So you know how us three are at the bottom, down here in the back. If you push on yours, then you're the only one there. If you push on the middle one, that's whatever we got up. Or if you push on me, then I'm there. So that's all you did. It's okay.
Oh God.
No biggie.
No, that says full screen layout.
Yeah, because
that's bigger.
Oh, I'm going to make it bigger in just a minute. Now, you've got it as big as you can on that side.
Yeah, that's the biggest. Yeah.
All right. So anyways, the film also includes some interview with some of the parents of the students who were killed. NBC's News' Steve Romo talks to the director about the emotional impact on the students. That just tells me, because, I mean, I don't understand why, because this is the girl who this is Emily, you guys, that was talking on the 911. I would have thought, really, truly, that she would have been called to testify, but I guess not, because if she was called to testify, she would be under a gag order. But you guys see where I like this. Let me bring this up bigger. Look at the screen, you guys. I like this picture of this house, the way that it's set, because it really shows you how short the little road is right here.
Yeah.
You could possibly park maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 vehicles right here. This is, if we believe the theory that the door dasher, that somebody saw.
She was supposed to be right beside him, parked right beside him.
Right. So if we believe that Bethany's exculpatory evidence that she has to Brian Koberger, meaning she's the only one that can testify to that. If we are to believe that she saw Brian naked, her window's over here, isn't it? Or is it in the back of the house? I have to relook at the house.
Hold on, let me think.
Is there any windows on this side? Maybe not.
There's on the.
So I know another creator was confused about that one of the during one of the pressers for it, one of the reporters asked the police, were the doors DOORS plural open? And this is what the police said. They said when the doors, he said the door, I think he said the door, but it doesn't matter. Were still open when we got there. She was taking that as, and I couldn't understand it, but she was taking it as in that the door was open. That's how it was found that morning. That Bethany and Hunter, that it was found open. No, all the police are saying is when we got there, the doors were open. Of course there would be open, y'all. I was screaming at my TV to this lady who on her channel, I was like, pay attention to what it's saying, damn it. The police are saying when they got there, the doors were open. Yeah, because people were already running in and out of the house. Yeah. He didn't say whether the doors were found open by the first people in the house, which would have been Hunter walking through the door, Did he just walk in, or did he open the door and walk in, and then they started going upstairs? God, you guys, some of the stuff I hear, I'm just like, please, please, this is easy peasy stuff to figure out. This isn't, just listen to what they're saying. The police are giving you truth, and you're taking it to mean you're taking it that they're giving you truths as to exactly how you're asking it, because you didn't say the
Taking it
person
as
that,
gospel, aren't they?
well, the person who posed the question was, it left it to the police to answer it truthfully in any way. So the police answered it as to it when he entered on scene, were the doors open. I think that and then they just ran with it. That means the doors were open all night. No, he just said when we got there, the doors were open. That's not talking about what happened before. So it's not a lie, but people, and you're not reading into what he says. And that's what I've told you guys many times. If we go back over all of the police interviews, and I haven't done it, to tell you the truth, but I'd like to. 9 times out of 10, they're probably not lying. We just have to read into what they're saying. And this is a perfect example of that. So I do believe that Brian Koberger parked on this hill right here. And if he parked anywhere right here, from this white to the back, he would have, so you're not going to go up this retaining wall here. That's too steep. He would have had to come around this way, I would think, or jump this. I don't know how high this is right here, and then go. I think it would be easier to come out the slider, which is attached right over here, and just go around. And it's still an embankment going up, but it's not anything you have to jump over. You just grab a hold, go, and then come around. So I think he was parked about right behind where you see the white car. All right, let's go ahead. What says you, Maggie? Chime in on all
I'm just
that.
trying to get a 360 degree of this house outside.
If you just look at the back of the side of the house.
I'm just trying to see it now. That's what I'm doing.
We've got it in our playlist.
I don't think it's got anything at the sides, has it?
I don't think it does either. I remember crime scene investigators, CSI, out here, and they were doing a lot of work right here and right through here. I remember them walking through here and them looking at stuff really close, and it even looked like they at one point was swabbing an area back here, but we'll see. All right, let's play this.
The University of Idaho students who discovered the grisly University of Idaho murder scene are speaking out.
There's a big realization that we had been stalked for so many months.
Describing the morning, students Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Kaylee Goncalves, and Maddie Mogan were found stabbed to death in their off-campus home.
As soon as I stepped in the house, I was like, oh, something is so not right.
Friends Josie Louterin and Emily.
All right, let me stop. This shows it right here.
Right, so I've got some good drone footage.
So if Bethany did see Brian Koberger, now we haven't heard it from the horse's mouth, but it's been passed around that Bethany saw him naked, he would have had to come in front of her window. However, that doesn't make sense to me because of the retaining wall to get to his car. It would take too much time to come down the driveway in all of this mess. It wasn't this snowy out, and it wasn't this icy that night either, but it was snowing. So let's just keep going. You guys pay attention, because Emily, the girl on the 911 call, she actually lives in this house right here. Who was there with Hunter Johnson, who actually found the bodies. Hunter Johnson was Ethan's best friend and Emily's boyfriend.
As soon as I stepped in the house, I was like, oh, something is so not right.
Friends Josie Louterin and Emily Allen and her boyfriend Hunter Johnson were the first on the scene. In Prime Video's upcoming...
I want to stop that. You guys want to know close up what Hunter looks like. This is Hunter. So I'm wondering when this was done. I guess we'll find out, because I know for sure Hunter is under a gag order. A gag. Did I say gag order? Oh, I'm hungry. Poor guy. Poor. Could you imagine having that live in his head for the rest of his life?
Johnson were the first on the scene. In Prime Video's upcoming docuseries, One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, revealing that one of the surviving roommates, Dylan, called saying she was scared and asking them to come over.
When Dylan had called, I didn't think it was urgent. When we got there, Dylan and Bethany had exited the house. They frightened, just kind of like.
Okay, so the door was being opened. She's just saying exiting whenever Hunter and this is his girlfriend that's on the 911 call. Whenever they got to the house, they were exiting the house. So apparently they stayed maybe in their rooms until they said, hey, we're right here in front. I don't know. But they came out of the house and then went in it together with Hunter.
Just hands on their mouth, like, I don't know what's going on type thing.
I set foot in the house, and immediately Hunter was like, get out, somebody call 911.
Johnson was the first to realize they were in a crime scene. You can hear him on the 911 call, ushering everyone outside.
Yeah. When we were interviewing them, it was quite a raw emotional experience for them to relive sort of second by second how that day played out and how the weeks played out afterwards.
6 weeks after the November 2022 killings, graduate student Brian Koberger was arrested and charged with the murders. A not guilty plea has been entered on his behalf, with his trial set to begin in early August.
There's this person out there who had just murdered our brother, and he's still out there somewhere.
Guys, that was I'm going to play it in full again, but I want to give commentary. I've got more commentary to say. I should have just been commentating this whole thing, and then played it in full so you guys can get out of it what you can get out of it. So I'm sorry about that. I did that a little wrong.
Leni, can I just sort this, please, with Crazy Hillbilly?
Yes, absolutely.
Just let me go back and read what he says. I'm just trying to type, but I keep getting it all wrong with my fingers. I like to come up anytime you let me up. I need to let you all know that people are going around trying to give me a bad name on YouTube, and I think I've got a right to defend myself. A lot of people are saying Maggie is talking bad about me. I like to confirm it. Hang on.
Who's a lot of people?
Yeah, the only time I've ever mentioned you, Crazy, is to Leni when I was doing your birthday picture to put it on Leni's post. I've never spoke about you to anyone. I don't speak about anyone. You'll never find a video alive on here where I badmouth anyone, talk about anyone. I don't do it. If I've got something bad or anything negative or anything I want to say to somebody, I do it directly. I've never ever. I don't know you, and I don't mean that in a nasty way. I don't know you only through coming on here and saying hello when I've seen you up on panel. That's the only thing I know about you. I have got no reason to badmouth you at all. But I'd be very grateful if you could message me and tell me who it is that's telling you that I'm badmouthing you, please, because I think I've got a right to defend myself too.
That's right.
That's just absolutely crazy to say that about me, because I would never say anything. I've never heard badmouth anyone.
Yeah, even when I have had to do some lives to defend some stuff that was going on, Maggie has not badmouthed those people, even though she's sitting on panel. So I would be curious. I want to know who is using Maggie's name like that. I would like to, if you want to do it in private, that's absolutely fine.
Thanks everyone, but I wouldn't do that.
No,
That'd be the worst thing you could ever do to me.
No.
I never, you know, if I tell everyone, if I've got a problem with you, I'll speak to you directly. And people who I have spoken directly know I'm speaking the truth. I would never ever do that, Crazy Hillbilly. So I would be interested, and I'm not asking you to share on here, unless you want to, who it is. And if you would, if you've got Leanie's email, she can give you mine, whatever, and let me know, because like you've got a right to defend yourself. I would never do that. You know, I respect that you're part of this channel. You come in and out. That I don't know you, but I would never ever say anything bad about you. I've got nothing to say about you. That's just absolute bullshit. And I'd like to defend myself, please, if you would let me know who it is.
Absolutely.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean nothing by you guys. I really did. I really don't. I love you all, every one of you over here. I really do love you. I figured it was just a bunch of, but you know what? It's not right, is it? Crazy that people are saying that about anyone, and it's not true. I mean, I'd like to go and confront whoever it is, please, and ask them to show you proof. Ask them for receipts. You know, if they're going to do that, let them show you receipts.
That's right. And we're not going to make a big deal of it here,
No,
but absolutely,
no.
if it's brought to our channel, then absolutely, somebody owes it, especially you. I think this is between you and Maggie, owes it to Maggie to tell her who is saying this and give her the chance to correct it, because it absolutely could be a troll. We do know that our names have been trolled out there to cause some drama. It hasn't happened in a while, months. It's happened.
You know, I have actually seen Maggie from the UK a couple of times on,
I have too.
the panel. So I'm wondering, could it be a mistake there or something? It's just something that's not me. I don't get into anything like that. I won't get into it in people's arguments online at all. I just sit back, listen, and get on with it. I never do get involved. So I've not got anything bad to say about you, Crazy, and I swear that. And if let them show you the receipts, and you can go and look through every one of Leanie's videos, and you won't hear me if ever talking bad about anyone.
Never hear anything, and I don't delete lives. There's a couple I've privated because I've doxed something or said something I should not have said. Not negative about people, but probably about myself or my family or whatever, that I was like, oh shit, I got to private it. But I've always let people know which one I put on members only, or that I trust that won't, know what I said.
I mean, I remember Crazy Hillbilly coming in last time and saying, do you not like me or something in here because I've AIDS? And I was shocked by that. Shocked by you saying that, because no one in here's ever said anything bad about you at all. Ever. So, never mind. Don't worry about it, Crazy. But now I can give my hands on my heart. I've never said anything negative about you ever. I hardly know you enough to even pass comments. Only you're coming in and out of here. So now, just let me know, please. I will be grateful. None of you all over here, this channel allows me to pieces. You would never say anything bad about me. I figured it was a bunch of baloney. Yeah.
Let me just say this. He says that it's Buddy East Coast what channel. I can pretty safely say that everybody that's in my community doesn't know who the hell that is.
Who is it? Wait, say that again. Oh, it's Buddy East Coast. What channel is it? Is it a crime channel? I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, because I've never heard of it. Let me write that down.
And if Mary Jane Doe hasn't heard of it, oh no, we don't know anything about that.
And when was it said, please, so I can go and look up have you got Leanie's email? If you could send her the link where it was said. Oh God, I'm curious now.
Send it to accordingtoleanie@gmail.com. Maggie has she can get into that just like I can, and so can a lunch lady.
Where's it gone again? What's it called? Buddy East Coast. What channel? Oh God.
Yeah, we're not playing in those kind of channels. They'd probably eat us up and spit us out. I don't do trash channels. That sounds like a trash channel.
I've never even heard of it in my life.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't have many, because the same number of channels. I don't bother. The only channel I'm vocal on is here.
All right, let's
go on, Lee. Sorry, I stopped you.
No, I'm glad you stopped me. I'm glad you did it.
To tell Hillbilly that I would never say anything about him.
No, absolutely. If you need to ever stop me because something needs to be corrected in chat, then of course let me know. And sometimes you can see it when I don't see it. The mods definitely see it. Just put a bunch of stop signs in, or get mine or Maggie's attention so we could stop and it can be handled. I appreciate that.
Afterwards.
6 weeks after the November 2022 killings, graduate student Brian Koberger was arrested and charged with the murders. A not guilty plea has been entered on his behalf, with his trial set to begin in early August.
There's this person out there who had just murdered our brother.
All right, you guys, this right here is his triplet brother, and the girl before him is his sister Maisie. Oh, I can't imagine. Can you imagine? You guys, this has to. Now, the family members are not under a gag order. The family members are allowed to speak out. But Hunter Johnson's picture being on there and his girlfriend makes me believe that they have been working on this since before the gag order. Just like the Dateline thing.
And he's still out there somewhere.
The new series also features exclusive interviews with the parents of Chapin and Mogan.
This can't be true. I mean, this is Idaho.
Can we expect to get any insights from those survivors as to why this happened?
We certainly have a strong theory of why this happened. We're expecting that other aspects might come out in the trial, but we dug pretty deep on this one.
Okay, Stephen Romo joins us now live. Stephen, a lot of people are going to be wondering, the trial is set for this summer. Will it happen in August?
Yeah, that is the question. It's already been pushed back a couple times already. Koberger's attorneys have asked that it be delayed yet again. They're saying for the publicity that's been involved here. And they specifically mentioned Dateline NBC coverage, saying that they need more time to prepare now. There's a hearing coming up on June 18th. We'll see if they will agree to push that back. But there's going to be even more publicity now with this series that's set to come out.
Yeah.
A lot of people are already talking about
it. And to talk about the series, just a reminder, it's on Prime Video. Is it already out or is it about to come out?
It's coming out July 11th. It'll be out, and a lot of people looking forward to that one.
Okay, Steve, we thank you for that. We thank you for watching, and remember.
All right, you guys, there you have it. July the 11th. Put it on your calendars. We will be doing that will be open to everybody, a Discord, and we'll be watching this together. I just got to make sure it's put on my computer so that we can watch it together. Man, that's going to be good stuff. What says you, Max?
I can't wait.
I know.
Can't wait. I cannot wait.
That's just 1 month. That's given us a little taste. It's 1 month before the murders that's coming out. So that'll give us a month to dissect what we hear, add it to it, hopefully give us a couple more puzzle pieces to put together.
Oh, and more to go around my head. Oh my God.
And get set. Get set. Ready, get set, go. That's how it is. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And if Ann Taylor says one time that she needs more time because of this newest documentary that's coming out, all I have to say to that, you guys, is everything that's played on this documentary is nothing that the prosecution nor the defense hasn't heard before, and that they shouldn't have already got it figured out, because it's going to be played in court. It's not like they're getting any news. If it was new stuff being put out that they need to investigate or they need to corroborate or anything like that, then yes, they're going to need a little bit more time. But just because the rest of us know about that right now doesn't mean you need any more time. You now know you know already what we're just now finding out. So stop your nonsense. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you asked about it as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, just come straight to the horse's mouth. That's what I say.
Yeah,
if it was Maggie that supposedly said it, get with Maggie, figure it out. If it was me that supposedly said it, get with me, figure it out. Anybody in my chat, if somebody supposedly said something, get with them, figure it out.
It's just
there's a shit ton said about me, and you have to either address it or let it go.
It was on Crazy Hillbilly said it was on his live. I didn't even know
it was on your live. I didn't know you had.
I didn't. He said he went in and hang on, let me read what he said. It's just up there. Um,
So, Miss Barbara, the July one is when that is coming out, the documentary. July 11th will be on Discord, streaming it live. It's the documentary. That's July the 11th. August the 11th, we start the court case. And then July 31st. So let's see. Here's what's coming up that we know of. July 11th we're going to be on Discord watching One Night in Idaho. That is the
the 11th then, isn't it?
It's the 11th. And then on the 31st of July is when the jury selection will begin. And then the 11th of August is when we will be live every day for the court hearing right here on According to Leanie. I hope that works out.
So it's the 11th and the 31st, did you say?
Yeah, you guys need to put those on your calendars.
Of July.
July 11th will be in Discord.
I'm going to make a thumbnail to put up here just every now and again to pop it up.
July 11th, Discord to watch that live. One Night in Idaho. That's a docuseries, so it's going to be more than one night, I think. And then July the 31st, I probably will be doing, some lives throughout the day, if not just a long live throughout the day of jury selection, see how that's going. And then, of course, when the trial starts on August the 11th, we will be here. We will be here. And I say we. There are some days I may not be able to be on the live, but I'll be listening to the live because it's going to go 2 months. We don't ever know what's going to happen in those 2 months, you guys. But I want to keep it going on According to Leanie. So don't be surprised if there's some guest hosts on those lives. Because if for some reason Maggie cannot run that live, I do have moderators that can absolutely run a live here. And Maggie and I will listen in if we cannot, be on panel as well. So that no matter what, hell, rain, storm, shine, floods, no floods, somebody is going to be at According to Leanie that I trust to run this panel doing.
When's that going to be?
During our court case. When we're
I'll be here because your court cases are normally my dinner time, so that's fine time for me.
But I mean, if something happens and neither one of us could get to it, we know some people. We know some people. So if we have guest hosts on here, you will recognize their names. I promise you that. It's going to be on Prime. So if you don't want to do Discord, get you Prime TV and you can watch it by yourself. Hello to Lulu. sister.
Who's Lulu in?
Lizzo's melting.
Me too,
Maggie's
Gail.
melting.
Swelters. It's terrible.
They're melting and the Aussies are freezing. It's just how it goes.
I know, isn't that crazy? She said, freezing. You're freezing, Liz. Lou. Oh.
It's an internet-based, it's an internet app, Prime.
So am I thinking Amazon Prime? Isn't it Amazon Prime?
Is it Amazon Prime? I think so.
When your Prime is Amazon Prime, yeah. It's a channel, isn't it?
But wait a minute, there's something other than Amazon Prime too, because I remember.
Hang on, let me ask.
It's on Prime. Ask them. Leanie, well then I will. I'm just going off of what you say, girl. You said you don't do it because it's untrustworthy. So where can we watch it on TV? We can watch it on TV. Or I mean, there may be some YouTube channels that are gonna stream it. How they're gonna do it, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be turned off. Just like they'll just turn it off.
So he doesn't know of another Prime, so it might be an American thing. It's a Prime Video.
Yeah, it's the TV Amazon Prime channel. That's it. It's
So
the
it
Prime
is. It
channel.
is Amazon Prime. It's all right.
Through
It's
Amazon.
Amazon
Yes.
Prime. I didn't know they had live streams on Amazon Prime either.
Well, it's not going to be live. It's a docu-series.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like the other one was.
Mm-hmm,
Like, yeah. Okay.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're all right, Mary Jane. We're all right. Thank
I usually
God.
watch movies on there or TV shows. Yes, that's right, Mary Jane. That's right.
Oh, I'd watch it all by myself. I'm not scared of nothing like that. I'll be fine with that one. I'm all right. Well, girls, listen. It's 20 to midnight, and I'm starting to get tired. I'm getting.
All right, love bug.
So I'm gonna love you and leave you, Lee.
I love you
And I'll
too,
speak to
Maggie.
you tomorrow. Love you all the world and the grains of sands, and you can't beat me because I've got two
And my
hearts.
bigger heart loves you, so I win.
Crazy hillbilly, I love you too. I would never say anything bad about you. Never did. I'd speak to you face to face. But you can guarantee I've got nothing bad to say. So I promise you, take no notice whoever it is. I think more than anything, it's got to be someone else they're talking about, unless they've named the channel. Who knows? Good night and God bless to everyone. And God help you, Liz, getting in that bed because I am sweating at the thought. So good night. Have a good day wherever you are. Lou, I hope you warm up, girl. Give my love to Melly if she comes in.
You don't need to warm up. Oh, Lou warm up. I was looking at Lizzo.
No, Lou needs. She's blue. She's freezing. She's freezing. Oh, so good day to everyone. Leanie, love you all the worlds. Love you all the worlds, everyone. Speak to you all soon. Take care. Have a good night, good afternoon, whatever.
Good night, Max.
Good night to you.
Oh man, if you don't have a Maggie in your life, get on my level. Yeah, I hope that covers it. I like what Lizzo said. She said, I've just looked at that buddy guy. And I don't see any of us going there. He's not the kind of channel I would go to. Well, I'm pretty sure that a lot of us are very like-minded people. That's why we're here. And when I saw the name, I was just like, I don't think I'd do that. But now that Lizzo has confirmed it, I think she could probably attest that I probably wouldn't go there either. So, yeah, there's trash out there, you guys. There's trash. That's what people do. That's what people do. Sometimes I really hate living in the country. So many bugs. Oh, girl, heaven's not going to have any bugs. Everybody loves Maggie. That's right. That's right. That's our girl. We travel in the same circle all these years. Yeah, you guys probably knew each other. Well, I guarantee you guys knew each other before I ever came on this setting. Have a 12-hour shift. Good night. See you all in the next one. All right, Crazy Hillbilly. Have a great night. Have a great night at work. I hope it goes by fast. I've got lots of catching up to do, to tell you the truth, on even the Koberger thing. Working this week has just caught me completely off, got me off kiltered. But I've got some stuff I want to catch up on and some stuff I want to look at. Just some other true crime news out there, you guys. You guys, everybody already knows that Karen Reed has been found not guilty. Just from what I know about it from JB, I believe she's not guilty too. JB gave me a whole synopsis on it. I loved it so much. I just loved it. And then there's the kids that are missing up in Canada. I haven't done good this week, but I've been watching that really, really closely. Lily and Jack up there. I did get to catch something this morning when I woke up about it. And I really need to get more into it and get more into it. But I don't know if you guys know, if you're following the Jack and Lily case up in Canada, the two littles that went missing, there's more stuff that came out. The stepdad says that there is footage of them being in the car that day. or something like that. So if you follow that, look around. There, I know that there was another that I didn't get to watch the whole thing of, but he did another interview where he says that he doesn't know if he's allowed to say it, but he said it anyways, that his girlfriend, the mother of the 2 kids, did take a polygraph test, but he did not give the results. And then, he talked about the kids being at the store with him. It's more news than what we've gotten. So, and of his girlfriend putting them in the car. So I don't know. I'm going to go and I'm going to really, you're following it, Joni. Oh, nice. I need to get into all what's happened this week with it because I've been, blasted. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on more Kohberger stuff and waiting with bated breath for documents from the judge to drop as to if they're going to delay the trial. I don't think that their alternate suspect, who's not me, guys. I'm Mark safe from being the alternate suspect in the Brian Kohberger killings. Whether he's going to allow that theory or not, listen, how are you going to allow that theory? It's not going to happen because there would have already been an arrest. You can't allow a theory. Court cases, when you get to court, it's not about theory, it's about fact. So you can't bring a theory to court with you. You got to have some, and that's what the judge told him too. You got to send me some stuff that backs this up as fact. I don't just want to hear a name. And I guess they did that. He gave him a time frame to meet. They did it. He said he's considered it and he will let us know. I think that's why they had the private hearing yesterday after the live that was done in the courtroom. So waiting, guys, keep checking those places, see what's come out. As soon as I know something, I'll, I'm not one of those YouTubers that has to put it out first. I'm not. If you want to be here and wait till I cover it, then you'll be here and wait till I cover it. If you want to check it out and then be here after I cover it, and that's fine too. I don't care either way, but I don't want to have the newest of the new. When I put up my breaking news stuff, it means that at least 10 other channels have already put it out and Leanie's breaking it now. So it doesn't matter. I don't have to do that. I'm not making any money off of any of these. Anything that I do that's true crime like this, unless it's something of the past, I'm not making any money. So I don't have any need to break the news. We can all find it somewhere else, then come here and talk about it. So there's no motive for me to break news. None. All right, guys, I guess that is it for today. Is that the one the mother run off with one of the other kids? Yeah, I'm mixing. Okay, so this is the mother had a baby that belonged to the stepfather of these 2 kids, and she was actually from an Indian tribe. I think it was an Indian tribe. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. And she left her tribe to go and live with her boyfriend. They ended up having that child together. So, but yeah, that's the one, Barbara. All right, guys, listen. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you know. Hit the thumbs up, the thumbs down. I really don't care. Let the algorithm and those 1 or 2 people that need to be here know that we're out here waiting on them. All right. Thank you, guys. I love you guys so much. You guys be good or good at it. If you can't be good at it, turn those videos on. Turn them on, even if it's funny, if it's just laughable, preferably laughable. That way Mags and I can have some good content, because we've been accused of not having any great content. And those people can suck it as far as I'm concerned. But I think most people should. All right, guys, you guys be good or be good at it. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.